Harvey said last week, he's like, I couldn't see anything you guys were looking at.
You're listening to the Beans and Dice podcast.
That's enough. That's
the
almost too
podcast
much.
About how we
Now you guys
game.
can't see as well. Go back like 3 inches. There you go. That looks good.
Yeah, welcome to the backstage
Fixing
tech
stuff
prep.
on the show.
Hey, folks, welcome to the Beansanddice podcast, Thursday night live call-in show. I'm Carlos.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Wayne.
And there it is. Welcome to the show. It is Thursday night. We're playing games, having a good time tonight. Wayne, thanks for coming over.
Yeah.
Rob, welcome back Thursday night. We're
Yeah.
doing it again.
Thursday nights.
Oh, it's 2 weeks in a row of playing games live in studio.
It is, yeah.
Doesn't that feel good?
Pre-game showing, pre-show gaming.
Pre-show- pre-game showing.
Pre-game showing.
And we got our monthly game day this Saturday, so it'll be good.
Even more games getting played this month.
Oh, yeah.
April's going to be a good month for the board, getting that board updated.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Don't forget, in the month of April, we are taking your phone calls, and anyone who calls in gets put in for a raffle of games that include Wingspan, the America's expansion. We're going to offer that up as well for anyone who wins.
All right.
So we'll put the list out there. Anyone who calls in can get a game. If you call in, you can get a game.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that many people call in. So there's more games than there will be callers by the end of the month.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Unless they step their game up.
I know.
Yeah. Gets people calling.
So let's, speaking of that, the phone line is 813-618-7099 is the number. That's how you call in to
You're
talk
not going to
about
open it
games.
prematurely, are you?
well, we don't have any dedicated topics tonight.
All
I
right.
don't know. I think I have some stuff in the notes
Oh,
from last
Wayne's
week.
got some
Oh,
stuff.
Wayne's got
Oh,
stuff
Wayne's
in
got
the notes.
Oh.
You know, that whole feature that was supposed to...
Stuff.
I don't know. I thought,
In the
so we got
notes.
some
Oh, he made notes. Oh, wow. Prepared.
There's a lot of news.
Yeah,
See a lot of news in the
news.
notes.
That's right,
Oh, okay.
news.
Yeah, we got a lot of news tonight. We got our twig. We'll do our twig this week. But I think before we do open up the phone lines, I think we're ready for the beans.
Yeah.
The beans.
Okay.
The hot beans
Game we played?
on the recent play in the Beans and Dice group, and that is Wingspan Americas. So the Wingspan Americas expansion, as we normally do with our beans, we give you the BEANS. That's the B is for basics, E is for enjoyment, A is for aesthetics, N is for negatives, and S is for the summary. So we're going to give you our quick beans on Wingspan, the Americas expansion. Wayne, hit him with the beans. How does the Wingspan America's expansion change the base game?
Yeah, so I think, Wingspan's been out for a while, and most people that watch the show are fans of Wingspan or have played it. They understand the rules. But what is different in the America's expansion is you get a little sideboard that has, and Rob, if you want to grab one there, it's under this. They're stacked up. So you've got a little board that has hummingbirds on them. Oop, there we go. Sorry. And as you take actions on your board, other than laying a bird, when you take a main action of one of the 3 areas of Wingspan, as you get to the end of that board, if there is no hummingbird there, you'll attract a hummingbird from the center board, and that gives you an action, whether that is laying an egg or moving up this board or getting a card or...
Taking one of the actions on the main board.
on the main board, those things, yep. If there's already a bird there, you're going to send it back to the hummingbird area, and that then lets you move up the hummingbird tracks. And when you move up these tracks, you're scoring victory points. You start, all 5 of your birds are on the -3 point. Thank you, Rob. You're closer.
Get a little closer
Over
here if
there,
I can
yep.
find the camera.
There we
Yep.
You all start -3 on everything, and then as you move up, you can go from 0 to 10 points of each track.
Got it upside down.
And then as you cover up various hummingbirds on this track, you gain
it to
additional hummingbird actions. So really the biggest thing about the America's expansion is this hummingbird board, which is as you're taking actions and as opponents are taking actions, because there's plenty of cards that will activate hummingbirds as well, you're kind of constantly juggling, sending hummingbirds to the center and bringing them to your board, which gives you additional actions. And that is ways of speeding up the game a little bit, although most people say it's slowing it down, but it's speeding it up because you're gaining additional birds, you're getting additional cards, you're getting additional eggs. So you're able to maybe hold off doing the leg egg action and play at multiple birds because you have extra, from split from that. It comes with a whole new bird cards, and a lot of these bird cards will either give you actions when other people take actions. A lot of them have in between rounds or end of round actions. There's a lot of kind of new cool actions that I think increase the player interaction. Where you're kind of constantly paying attention to what Carlos is doing on his turn because he's going to activate something that activates your bird. And it also has a lot of birds that help you reset the bird feeder. I think the two biggest complaints about Wingspan tend to be the egg scenario, where at the end of the game, your last 4 actions is just basically spamming eggs, right? And that's a good way to win, although I don't necessarily even agree with that as original Wingspan. And then that the bird feeder can be frustrating, right? Because if you roll and you don't have the food you need, it's sometimes hard to cycle that bird feeder. So this America's expansion adds to the ability to cycle the bird feeder, because a lot of the cards make you re-roll the bird feeder as part of their actions. So those are the two sort of main differences and additions to the Wingspan America's expansion. We also played with a little bit of the Oceania expansion, which gives the wild nectar. And so I think between the wild nectar from Oceania and the wild dice with the bird feeder cards in the America's expansion, the bird feeder turns over almost every round easily. So I think that's the basics as far as the differences between basic Wingspan and the America's expansion is kind of a slew of unique and more interactive bird actions, and then the hummingbird cards and the whole mechanism of having hummingbirds come to and from your main board. Those are the basics.
All right. Continuing the beans, we get into the enjoyments, and this is where we get to talk about the fun stuff we liked about it. Rob, I know this was your first play with this expansion. This was my first play with this expansion and my first play with Nectar. So I will have to say I have to qualify my evaluation of this game, because I also got introduced to the Nectar mechanism, and that really does have an impact.
Me too. That was the first time I've ever played with Nectar. So,
oh, really? For you too?
Yeah, so yeah, we were both playing that for the first time. So, yeah.
What do you enjoy?
My enjoyment specifically with the America's expansion is that board that Wayne was showing there, the Hummingbird board. Oh, yep, cut it up there. Either way, you can hold it up there. It adds a little race to all these tracks. So you have the 5 different types of hummingbirds. Is that kind of it?
5
Maybe
different
classes
classifications of hummingbirds.
Yeah, and so you're doing actions that move you up and down these different tracks, and so there's a little race, because when you hit there's pre-printed asymmetric boards. There's pre-printed little pictures of silhouettes of birds on that hummingbird board, or hummingbirds on the hummingbird board, and as you move onto one of those spots, you get to take an additional hummingbird action, so you can kind of combo up. And I had several times in the game where I would trigger one hummingbird, which would allow me to do something else to maybe get another bump on another track, which would trigger another hummingbird bonus. And I think there was at least 2 or 3 times I triggered that 3 times. I'd do 3 hummingbird actions all in one turn. So that felt good, being able to combo some things, trigger some things.
And like one of the bird powers you had was cool, because it let you regress on the track.
Uh-huh.
So you always kind of regressed on a track, so then when you went right back up, you covered up a hummingbird and were able to fire it again.
That hurt me from being able to move up those hummingbird tracks to get the end game points, because you score them all at the end depending on how high you are on each track. So I spent a good number of turns moving down one and then back up one and then down one and back up one, just to kind of get that little. I got to tuck some cards when I did that, and then I got to trigger the hummingbird again to get a double action. So it kind of felt good, the combo-y goodness. It definitely adds a little to the thinkiness and the playtime, but that was a good feel there. That was something I really enjoyed, and I really liked an enjoyment of the America's expansion. I guess, Wayne, maybe you'd be up next. Carlos is fixing a few things here.
I think for enjoyment with America expansion specifically, I think there's way more interactivity. Mm-hmm. Right? There's a lot more cards, it seems, that trigger on other people's turns, or vice versa. And then I had a card that every time I activate it, I can take a hummingbird action, but then you guys get to take one too. And then sometimes when you took one, so the combo goodness was great for your own board and your own thing, but it was also great by the enjoyment of it. I felt like the game was more interactive. It wasn't the solitaire, single player, what's that game with it? You're playing a Euro and it's really just you're playing against yourself. You don't have any interaction. Mm. And really all the interaction was positive. There was not any negative interaction.
Well, we tried.
Yeah.
So an example of how I tried, right?
Oh yeah. I'm not going to take the lay eggs action ever, because it's
well, not even just that. With the hummingbird specifically, I would look to see where were you on the track, what hummingbirds did you need, and whenever I place a hummingbird back, I would try to cover up a hummingbird that would help you on your track.
Yeah, that's not necessarily negative, because it worked out most times. I would have something I could do anyway.
I tried. I failed. I failed the negatively impact.
I like the happy positive feeling of the interaction in this game because it was most mutually beneficial, which is a lot of birds are kind of mutually beneficial, and the hummingbird thing, so I really enjoyed that. It was a much more interactive game. I wasn't necessarily just paying attention to my board. I was looking at what you guys were doing more in this version of Wingspan than in others.
And I wonder if that was more the hummingbird aspect or if that was the America's card set, because we did play just America's cards.
Yeah, bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And those America's cards, I really felt like it had us looking around at each other's actions that are available. There was a lot of trigger an opponent's grassland brown power, or trigger an opponent's a person
left.
to your left's
Right.
brown power. So
Once-
it kind of had us looking
yeah.
around. Hey, what do you got there?
End of round bonus, end of game bonus, or once between round. There's a lot more of that, it feels like, in these cards, which will get diluted when you mix them in, or depending on how you mix your cards between the expansions. But I really enjoyed that. It was kind of more pleasureful play because it was more interactive.
I think my main enjoyment that I felt, and it kind of happened like instantly, like right up front. I think in the first turn, I told you guys, I am really liking this hummingbird theme and how the mechanism works with it. And what I mean by that, folks, is as you're playing the hummingbirds, they're coming out of the garden into your tableau. And then because of actions on your board, you're sending them right back, which is then triggering a silhouette, which is bringing back another bird. So it's kind of this fast movement of birds. And in my experience, in my understanding of hummingbirds and what I've seen in Puerto Rico, it's that fast, like fluttering and moving around. Because we had a lot more hummingbirds in Miami than we do here. I'm thinking Tampa really don't have a lot of hummingbirds, but I remember them in Miami. They move quick. They don't linger.
Yep.
And that's what it felt like. It did a good job of mimicking the hummingbirds with this bird's going to come and touch your board, and nope, he's going away. It's a different bird. So that interaction, that connection to the theme, I think they did a solid job with that.
Yep. Cool.
The hummingbird board. So another thing that I enjoyed about it is that -3 on the start of the track. So on the track itself, it starts at -3. Let me get Steel Wayne's camera. As you can see, it starts at -3 points on your icons.
So you have to try to move them all.
That's the key. Most games, the track is, okay, we start at 0 and you'll gain points as you go. This is, if you choose not to touch one of these hummingbirds, you're taking a hit.
Yep.
So that really drove helped me with my decision space early in the game of saying, okay, I'm going to have to hit at least one of each hummingbird. So it kind of drove me in a direction, which I enjoy that when a game gives me a goal or a purpose, so that I'm like, what am I doing here? You know what I'm doing? I'm trying to get a bumblebee hummingbird so that I can move it off my hummingbird track and then just kind of focus on that little thing. Any other last enjoyments?
I think the other enjoyment I have is this is the second time I played the setup where it's the America's expansion with a few aspects of the Oceania, which is the wild nectar and then the Oceania board. And you play the Wingspan Americas thing comes with a regular side and an America's side or Oceania side. We play with the regular side, so that means that the nectar is just purely wild. You can keep it between rounds, and it really eliminates the food as a problem. Food was almost never a problem for any of us during the entire game.
But I like how it was almost never a problem.
Almost.
Because there were some enjoyable rounds where we chucked dice and then we all growed.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's still there, but it's not never.
not as tight,
It's not every round to somebody, or it's not like I've had games where it's like almost the whole game I'm fighting for the resources I need to get birds, or I'm spending way too much to play a bird. It was almost never a problem. It's just a problem enough that can be. So I love the combination of these two.
I am so glad that you did combine the nectar expansion mechanism with the Americas expansion. I was telling Rob and you, Wayne, I was trying to figure out, how do I store my game of Wingspan now?
Oh, yeah.
Because I want to keep these two things together.
Yeah.
Like, I found my chocolate and my peanut butter, and I want to keep them together and not have to separate them after every game. But we'll keep that conversation going.
Yep.
I said mix them all in. Just put them all together.
That's what.
Yeah. Don't have to worry about it.
All right. So the aesthetics, right?
A for aesthetics.
We got some new eggs, right? There
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
every expansion has come out with
Yeah, like some green, some bright
one or
green
two
and
different
yellow
new
eggs.
color eggs. So those were nice.
I mean, the linen cards always
Still
top notch.
sticking with the
Still good.
Yep.
Yep. The only thing I think it I guess is a negative, right? Because we'll talk about this as a negative.
but
it's not
it's part-
really.
it's
a nitpicky.
part of aesthetics.
It's part of aesthetics. Aesthetics includes production.
Yeah, the production. So the overlays, and this is sort of the knock is like the overlays are just thin cardboard. There's really nothing to them. They slide around on the board a little bit.
Yeah, they
right?
sit on top of your
You guys
board.
had more problems with it than I did, I think.
Because we have Jimmy Dean's sausage fingers over here.
But a lot of people have been asking for like a board that a
tile.
tile or a play mat that has it worked into it, and he just didn't want to produce it because it's like money. So he's like, well, if enough people really want the play mats with this built into it, or the folding boards or something. So I think there'll be something added for this.
Oh, I didn't know that was a wide complaint. That was the one thing when we were playing. I bumped it a few times.
Like
and-
people, it was funny is a lot of the hardcore Wingspan fans will complain about the
Wait,
player
there are
mat.
hardcore Wingspan
Yeah.
fans.
Oh, of
That's a
course
thing.
there are.
Yeah, really.
I thought this was a nice, fun
Shocker.
game.
Yeah. But they love their neoprene mat that's double sided, and then I want 6 of them, and the game I think it only comes with 4 of these, or maybe
5. It plays up to 5.
Right,
so
but it
it's-
doesn't come with like the 6 or 8 you would need for the flock.
Oh, for the
mode.
flock?
Yeah, so
Oh.
people are like, oh, I want enough for flock mode. I'm like, this is already adding to the game, and you want to play like a 7 or 8 player version. You're great, your 6 player.
At the end of the day, when
it's nitpicky.
well, you don't even need it.
You don't.
You don't, because you can lay the card. There's enough room to lay the card
Yeah.
where it is without
Right.
that board.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, you get another tray, that, especially one that has a spot for the
hummingbirds. There is I'm not going to call it a misprint, but there was a tile token that changes the end of round reference. And then they had to add a piece of paper in there to say, hey, by the way, we forgot to clarify on step 2 that you only discard nectar if you're playing with the Oceanic expansion.
And the full Oceania side of the board.
Right.
Yeah,
So I had to add a piece of paper to kind of clarify that. That's it's not a knock on the game.
Yeah,
It's still a good game.
Those are the
They
two
just-
little nitpicky things. I mean, you're going to nitpick. Everything else is beautifully done.
Well, the fuchsia on the expansion nectar tokens
little off.
don't match exactly to the fuchsia of
that was
the
a little
Oceania.
weird. Yeah, I don't know if that was a change in printer or something.
But that's just it's super slight,
It's
not
really
a big
only a
deal.
few-
well, even the design was different though too. It wasn't the
yeah.
same exact
It's
design.
a little lighter.
Yeah.
It's like the fuchsia wasn't as
There's
as
a couple.
saturated, is what I would say. But no, it's the production quality is fine.
And I do like, I do appreciate the box that it comes in because it's meant to be just thrown away, and it saves. It's environmentally friendly because it's easier to make and cheaper to make too. Because like if you had a regular box, it would be more expensive. So he makes the expansion cheaper by putting it in a disposable box.
And I didn't have an issue with this box. I think it was a great box because I do throw away. After Wayne yells at me long enough, I do throw away my expansion boxes.
Had to at least a few times.
Takes a little while.
Takes a little
Yeah.
while.
So that was the aesthetics. And for negatives, I'm going to go first, and I'm going to say it's the turns, right? So what I mean by that is the game itself, it added the hummingbird aspect, and it adds a couple up to 3 times that I've seen where you're taking like a hummingbird action based on how you combo it out. And with 3 players, it wasn't detrimental to the game, but I do worry that at 4 and at 5 players, that if everyone's taking that one, and if I'm playing against really good people who are taking 3 hummingbird actions in between turns,
If they're really
it's just
comboing
going to add a little bit of that
Yeah,
space in between.
I don't think I would play it at 5.
Yeah, I don't. think
And
that'd be
and
good.
what the one time I played this at 4, we removed a token. So instead of everyone started
A
with
cube?
a cube. Yeah, you remove, and it even says it in
Is
the
that an
rule book.
official thing?
It
Or-
is an
okay,
official thing
yeah.
in the rule book. It says like if you're going to play with 4 or 5 players, if you want to shorten the game, remove a cube.
And it's not even the game length that bugs me, because the game length, I still enjoy it. It's still
I
under
think we
2
were about
hours.
An hour and 45.
Right, it's still under 2 hours. So an hour and a half to 2 hours, it's still the same.
Yeah.
It's that time between turns. One of the things that I really enjoy about Wingspan is the quick action.
Snappy turns.
Yes, quick snappy
Which
turns.
I think we've all played it now. So if we played a second time, it's
be a little
gonna-
faster,
It's a little
yeah.
faster. And if you could even, like I said, remove a token, that's going to take away for 16 turns in the game. So it shortens it.
But let me caveat that, because I'll say I will trade a little bit of extra time in between turns for the fun I had in between my turns. So like at the end of my turn doing the hummingbird actions and getting the points, all that felt great. It was just watching you guys do it.
Because even during I would do a turn, and if I just did a regular turn and said, Carlos, your turn, and be like, I mean, I just have to take my regular turn. I don't get to do cool stuff.
I was waiting for you to give me some free
stuff. You wanted me
stuff.
to activate some cool stuff, right? So you wanted me to activate my board to give you things to do.
Did y'all gentlemen see anything outside of that?
Well, just kind of piggybacking on that there were several times when it was like, all right, I did a thing, and then it's like, oh, are you done? Oh, no, that was just the first time I moved the cube. I've got 3 more bumps of that cube to go, so hold on, let me finish. So, I mean, anytime you get a game that's going to have combos, that's going to kind of happen a little bit. It's like, okay, are you done with your turn now? Can I go now? So there was a little bit of that, which, again, it didn't add too much to the length of the game, and it did feel good on your turn, but when you were watching somebody else, and you kind of, I tend to forget what I wanted to do, and so when I'm watching somebody else, I'm like, hurry up. I know what I want to do. Oh, no, you got 3 more bumps of that cube, and you're going to trigger this and tuck this and take a card, move a card. It felt a little un-wingspan-y to me. I mean, because like you say, wingspan is usually pretty quick turns. It's pretty
still
quick,
an engine builder. It's still an engine builder.
Yeah, and so I could say that was a negative. It can add to the length of the term, but also I think if you looked at our game, our board was stacked.
Oh yeah.
I only had like 3 open spots. You had 2 or 3 open spots. I mean, like in most games of Wingspan, I don't get that many birds played,
or that soon. So you're right, and we did not bring that up in the enjoyment.
We got a lot of birds out with a lot of powers.
Yeah.
So
yes,
we filled it up.
More things were procking. More things were rolling. You had 20-something cards.
The resources alone coming from the hummingbirds to get that egg exactly when you need it. I guess this takes us right into the summary. To get those eggs exactly when you thought there was no way in heck you're gonna get another egg.
A whole nother turn
to get an egg, but wait a minute, Wayne just let me trigger a hummingbird. I'm gonna bring that hummingbird. It gives me an egg. Got an egg. I'm putting a bird down next turn.
Yeah,
it felt good.
Yeah.
So in summary, for me, this is a definite buy. Like combine it with the nectar. And this takes away any negatives that I've had about Wingspan with the food tray lock, the what do you call it, the bird.
Part of the reason why I was really in love with Finspan is it eliminated the bird thing. This made me go, ooh, maybe I'm back to Wingspan again. Although there's a Finspan expansion
wait till that
expansion
comes.
I do want to quickly shout out Janella and Chris because they brought it to Tampa Gaming Guild. I played it with Michelle and another gentleman. We played with 5 actually. That's why we definitely took a cube out. Yeah, a little long because we played with 5. But even then, we took 5 with taking a cube out. It was Janella's idea to mix the Americas with the nectar, and that she thought that sang, and I did. I think it really hit. Yeah. My summary, 100%. I mean, I'm a fan of Wingspan from the get. I think I have an original printing. I got one of those first 50,000 copies, whatever it was. And it got a little stale for me, right? Mm-hmm, and so I really liked Finspan. This America's expansion, like I'm jazzed. Like I was like when you said we're playing, I'm like, yeah, I think you guys are gonna like this. So I was like jazzed for it. So for me, if you own Wingspan, this and Oceania expansions are almost a must. Like the European one, Asia, meh. These 2 sing.
Yeah,
Rob.
To me, it depends a little bit on a couple things. It depends on how much you want to keep playing Wingspan. I mean, if you like Wingspan and you want more Wingspan and you want more ways to play it and more cards, more everything, a couple more mechanisms, extend the length of your Wingspan love. It's definitely a buy. I mean, you got to pick it up. It's the next
cheap.
thing.
It's like what, $25 or something.
Yeah, I don't remember. I bought it, but 17. I can't remember.
It was one of them, Viticulture and Wingspan. One was like 17. One was like 24.
Yep. The other thing is for me is how much tightness you like in your games, and so you got your Dune players who like fighting for every resource, trying to math things out, trying to don't have a lot of excess. And I'm a big fan of tighter games. I liked this, but I don't know. It does free up a lot of things, which feels kind of good. But I do like the tightness. I like in this. It seems like everybody has what they need almost all the time. If you need food, you got it. If you need to get eggs, you got it because people are giving each other eggs. If you need to draw cards, I had a handful of cards at the end of the thing. I think I had 8 or 9 cards at one point, and I just was tucking cards and throwing cards away. Like you said, we filled up our boards. We almost maxed everything out. I had a stack of cards. I had cached resources on cards.
30 tuck cards.
Yeah, so it's a lot of everything. So if this is more if you like a lot of everything. If you'd like to have more freedom making those decisions. You like to have all the options available. But I do miss the tightness of regular Wingspan a little
Now
bit.
you could
so.
take the Nectar out.
Yeah, the Nectar would
Just
make a
play with
difference.
the America with base.
Yeah.
Then you would probably be a little tighter because you would go back.
Yeah, that's I think how you would bring that scale back
sure.
is the nectar.
Yeah.
Because the Americas with the hummingbirds does give you those resources that you need at a certain time.
Yeah.
But a lot of those hummingbirds are tied to. Let me pause. Okay, so let's talk about how to fix that because the hummingbirds have nectar on them.
Yeah.
The expansion comes with tokens,
Right, for
so you're not
nectar.
going to use the nectar dice
Okay.
from Oceania.
You would just use.
You would
yeah,
just
correct.
use
The
the
nectar.
hummingbird. The nectar that comes from the hummingbirds
Correct.
themselves.
Yeah.
There'd be
Okay,
some
so-
amount of nectar still in the game.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be overwhelming.
I'd have to
and
try
and
it,
you could use
yeah.
the base, like the Oceania boards give you some additional options on the board itself. Remember, like even that first row, you could spend an additional resource
Yep.
to get an action. Use the base boards instead of the Oceania boards. So
Okay.
those are some things you can do to
You
tighten
can
it
scale
back
that.
up.
There's lots of options,
Yeah,
though, yeah. With
yeah.
all the expansions and everything you can play.
I was fine, loosey goosey. See what I did
yeah,
there?
loosey-goosey
Birds.
bird
There you
thing.
go.
I was fine with that because it just felt like I really got my engine going. It felt good, and it's sometimes nice
And
to have
the
fun.
final score wasn't crazy.
No,
right?
it wasn't runaway.
You had crazy bird points. You had crazy tucked. You had crazy cached. I had eggs and the nectar board. So we all had different avenues for winning, and it was within 10 points of each other, right?
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah.
I mean, in summary, I think we're all on the same page here. This expansion is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a great
Solid, great expansion for Wingspan, which you can find on Stonemeyer's website.
Retro-friendly
This
local
copy
games.
was provided to us by Stonemeyer Games.
Yep.
So we want to thank them, Stonemeyer, for
But
providing
we all
that.
also bought our own.
We
copy.
all.
Yeah, 2 of the 3 of us, bought our own. Yeah.
I will be giving away a copy of the Wingspan America's expansion to anyone that calls. So we're going to have anyone that calls in the month of April is going to get a chance to win a game. One of the games that's in that bucket of games to choose from will be a copy of the Wingspan America's expansion. So if that's what you want and you desire it, make sure you call in because that's who we are. We are a live call-in show. We're the Beans and Dice podcast. Every Thursday night, we take phone calls from gamers just like you. At one point, Jamie Stegmeyer called in, and that's how we got to actually meet him for the first time and talk to him. Because it's a live call-in show, we talk to you about what you've been up to gaming-wise on Thursday nights. Hope you enjoyed this Give It the Beans review of Wingspan Americas. I'm Carlos,
I'm Rob.
And I'm Wayne.
and we'll catch you on the next one. And that was the expansion review. Here we go. Daryl,
Comments?
in the comments, he says, everything mixed together forever.
I don't mind
Daryl,
that.
that paused us in the game for a little while when we started having that conversation about how do we store this now?
Yeah. I store all mine separate because I like to mix and match how I would play it. I think everything mixed together forever is interesting because I wonder with all of those cards, like it dilutes them, right? So like each expansion has a flavor to it, and if you just mix them all together, you're gonna not necessarily you're not gonna get that one flavor that rises to the top. So I don't know if I like to mix them all together. I like to use the expansions kind of separate, but
Yeah, if I'm going to keep playing it and I'm going to keep adding stuff in there, I tend to prefer just to keep playing with everything. I mean, if there's something I really don't like, I guess I would pull it out and set it aside. But otherwise, as long as I like the next expansion, I'm just going to keep adding.
I'm leaning toward. Okay, so for ease, I'm leaning towards Daryl and Rob.
Yeah.
then
Just-
you gotta get the big box.
I know.
Buy the big box, the nesting box.
I got to find a way to store all these cards.
Yeah.
Nesting box.
But then
is-
I also want to ensure that I have the Nectar dice and the Nectar tokens with it to play with that version of the module.
yeah.
Nesting box.
But then I don't want to throw away my old dice. So you know what? I need to buy another copy of Wingspan and chuck all the components in there, and then just use that box
Or
to
just buy the
store.
nesting
Or just buy the nesting box. It's twice as big.
It's way more. No, it's like 4 times.
Yeah,
as
4 times
massive,
big.
Yeah. It's like I don't know, quasi foundations of room size.
I really am glad. I don't know. I was telling Rob, okay, we're gonna play Wingspan tonight. Yay!
Yeah, I was
we
the
have
same
so
way.
many good games
Yeah, I
we
was
need
like,
to
so many other
play.
games I want to play. Wingspan. All
we're
right.
gonna play Wingspan.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
actually the one that suggested it. So
Yeah,
like, it's on you.
Yeah.
But then we got it played, and I'm like, I am so glad we got that played. It's totally worth it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have the nesting box and custom insert and card shuffler. There's an automatic card shuffler.
For a
No,
deck
you
that
could
large.
buy like a third-party one, yeah.
Yeah, for a big, huge deck like
What
that.
you need is the Uno one that spins around and deals at you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Although you only deal with 5 cards, so I think we can handle that. That's true.
Bluefish Fly says, dude, that room is stacked. And by stacked, you mean an OSHA hazard?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're just waiting for somebody to get injured by a falling box. Yep.
We have had, some tremors from earthquakes in the Bay Area before. So it's not unheard of. Very unlikely, but in that event, Wayne is screwed.
Yeah. Get a bit buried over there.
Yep. You guys could get from behind you too. So
Phone lines.
Thanks.
Three Tampa men found dead. Stack of board games.
yeah.
Phone lines open 813-618-7099. Live call and show. We're going to go through our Twig, our This Week in Gaming. We'll give you some in the news. And then we've got our other geeky goodness that we'll talk about, things that we've been doing geek-wise. The Twig is consisting of games that we've played, purchased, ordered, received, any rules we've read or reviews that really stuck with us, anything board gaminess that we've done in the past week. We'll catch you up on the hobby for that. Let's see, we got some comments continuing in here. Daryl, I also have the large print cards that are mixed together. If I really wanted to play a single export, I could grab the regular cards.
Yeah, so he has the large print cards because he plays, I think, with his mom.
Yeah.
And so he has those are all mixed together, and then all the regular cards still separated by expansion. So there you go. That makes sense.
And then one mic, one game in the chat.
Hey.
Haven't played Wingspan in forever. This makes me want to break it out and play. Agreed.
It was good.
It definitely, this is a reason for me to keep it on the table to get it play with wifey. Because I know Wingspan was good. It was enjoyable, but I think she liked Viticulture better. I wonder what she would think now.
With the interaction and the quick, and you'd play 2 players.
Well, not just that, the nectar and the extra resources from the hummingbirds to kind of get that engine going. It's not as long to get it going.
For sure.
All right, let me get my Twig going. I'm going to go a little weird on my Twig to start with because normally I just talk about games I played and stuff. But what I want to share in my Twig is this purchase I made about a month ago, and it's really been getting a lot of usage, and that is the Kindle Color Soft. That's the Kindle from a couple of years ago, I think it is, where it is a Kindle e-ink device, but in full color. And I have not stopped using this solely because of rule books. I know Rob knows. I've always shared it. I love reading rules. I fall asleep in bed reading rules at night. And this Kindle Soft or Color Soft from Kindle has helped me do that so much better. I'm able to, and I'm going to put the top camera on. You can see my Kindle. Here's like the rule books to Flamecraft, right? So I can just, in full color, Wayne, if you want to check that out, in full color, you can flip through, you can zoom, get in there and read the rules anywhere you go. I had a trip to North Carolina for work, and I had rule books with me everywhere I went to eat by myself. I had rule books to read. On the plane, rule books to read. I have read through so many rule books of games I have not played in the last month.
That would depress me. I wouldn't be able to do that. I mean, I'd be like, I want to play so many games.
Right.
But for me, it's the continual drip of the rules to always know that I'm fresh. I'm fresh on the rules. And what I have is what I call my active folder. So I've got a folder full of, like, name a rule book. It's probably in there. Like that many rule books that I've downloaded over the years into my Kindle, which I've always loved to read on my Kindle, but it was black and white.
So if you downloaded a rule book from like 2-3 years ago and they have a new version of the rule book,
I have to go re-download and delete the old one. Okay. Yeah. But I would read normally on my old Kindle, but it was black and white, and you couldn't tell the colors of the player icons, the tokens.
Yeah, the color makes a huge difference.
It does, and for that reason, I've never read so many books on a digital format like I have in the last month. I don't like reading digital rules on like a tablet because I don't know, the real bright shiny screen, it just bothers my eyes. An e-ink device to me is so much easier to read from, and this one here has just done great. Tunnel Vision or Heat. I read every rule book for Heat this past week because of my Rocky Road expansion that came in. So I read that rule book, and then I went and read every rule book that has come out for Heat. So I am ready to go playing some Heat.
Special.
Marvel United. I read all that 2 weeks ago because we had talked about playing I downloaded the Marvel United, the Infinity Gauntlet, and the base rule books, read them. Bohemians, read them. What is it? Puerto Rico, the new edition, read them. Foundations of Rome, read them. Ezra and Nehemiah, this past month, read it. Like, I've just been SETI, read the expansion and the regular rules before we played that night, ready to go. So as a purchase, as a board gamer, if you are someone like me that wants to feel like you are always caught up on the rules, but you can't take them everywhere and you're afraid of damaging the rule books, I can't recommend strong enough a Kindle Color Soft for just dedicated rulebook reading. Love it.
What's the capacity, like storage capacity on that?
It's in the gigs,
Okay.
like in the 30s or more, which is for PDFs.
Yeah.
It's unstoppable. Like, I don't think I'll ever run out. Cool. And then there's that feeling of, I want to play this game. Example, I want to play Anno 18, was it Anno 18XX? Or
Anno 1800.
Anno 1800?
right there. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to play some Anno 1800. Then I start reading the rule book, and I'm like, that was a lot more than I remember. And then I take it out of my active reading and put it back in the game rules, right? So, like, I'm not going to retain that because I don't think I'm going to get it played anytime soon. So it's that feeling, Rob, of I want to play this game, let me read the rules, and then do I still want to play it?
Yeah, that's interesting. I've never had that scratch, that itch, I guess. If I'm going to play it, I'll read it the night before, and I'm good.
Usually, like, I know, yeah.
Knowing all of them doesn't help me because it just makes me want to play them, and then if I don't get to play them, then I'm depressed. I'm like, I read that whole rule book, and I didn't get to play. What the hell? I just wasted an hour. Yeah, 2 hours.
It's in my brain. It's right here forever.
I also don't. Reading rule books, like, I don't know. I'm so over it.
Yeah.
Really?
Watch a video.
Honestly, I've tried.
Have somebody teach me.
I've even tried. I've done it. Like, I've gone to my kids' soccer practice, whatever, and I'll bring a couple rule books with me to read, and like the moment like another parent's there and starting to talk, I'm like, okay, that's going away, because
I have to focus on it if I'm going to read it.
I can't.
So,
and then I'm like, I've read, I'm probably gonna play Raja of the Ganges this weekend. It's one game, Marcus and Inca Brandt game. I haven't played it yet. Owned it for a while because I know I'm gonna like it.
Good.
I heard, and so I was like, I busted out the rules and I was gonna read them, and I'm like, I could read these or I could watch a video.
Yeah. Half the time.
But do both. I do both. When I'm with the kids and I'm doing stuff that I can't stop to read, I will watch or listen to the video on my Meta glasses. I can hear the speaker going. When I'm not, and I've got a little bit of moment of quiet, I'm going to read the rules nice until I fall asleep. Yeah. Just snuggled with my Kindle in my hand.
I'm either going to watch a video or have someone teach me how to play.
Yeah, that's my preference. So.
But that was my twig too.
Yeah.
That was the entirety of my twig.
Week.
It's been such a busy week for work. I have not gotten anything played.
I know actually one thing I did bust out yesterday actually was Catan the dice game. And I was like, because I had taken it on the cruise with us during spring break, and I never got to play it. And as I was putting them away, I'm like, I was watching soccer. There was Champions League was on, and I had my work laptop, and I was out in the front room just putting everything away. And I'm like, let's play this real quick. And it's actually surprisingly fun. Like the Catan Geist game is
it's the old roll and write.
It's got to be like one of the oldest roll and writes out there. Right?
I think I played it before we had kids. Wifey and I played it together.
It's out there forever. Wow. It's an old one.
Jeez.
I can't think of a roll and write that predates the Catan dice game. But
I didn't know it was that old.
Yeah, it's
you're laying down roads. It's got a little hex board on the map.
It has a little hex board on the map, and you have roads, and then there are cities and towns, and you have to have, and you roll the dice. It's Yahtzee style. You roll 3 times. Based on the symbols, you can either build roads, circle in the knights, and the knights give you wilds that you can use to then build cities. And basically, the further you get on the track, the more points you score, right?
Sure.
And you have to build things in order. So like the first town you build 3 points, the first city you build 5, and then it goes like 5, 7, 12, 20, and the towns are kind of similar. But when did that come out?
That was actually 07.
07, yeah.
So that would have been
19 years
when
old.
I had one kid.
Yeah, so 19 years old. So I've played it. I played it a bunch, 10, 12 years ago, and it's just been sitting in my. And I've brought it several times, like on trips, and just never got to it. And I realized like it's super quick and fun, and there's 2 sides to it. So there's one side that's kind of solo-ish, or you can play as a group whoever scores the most. And then the other side of the mat is, side 2 is the more traditional Catan that you're playing, and it's just roll and write still, but it's like you're building to win, and score. The first one to 10 points wins. So the other one is you have X amount of turns, and whoever scores the most points wins. The other one is first one to 10. So it has 2 different versions in that one little copy. So honestly, it's for a very easy to travel. That's like 6-7 dice and a couple of sheets of paper. It's kind of worth it.
I don't know where my copy is. I got to find it. My copy was the old black and white one.
Yeah,
Like
I had a color. I have a color one because I bought a newer one. But honestly, it's probably something. I mean, I've seen it at flea markets for like $2, $3.
Yeah.
It's worth it because it's fun.
And it's small box. It's like the
tiny.
size of a deck of cards.
It's not even the size of the deck of cards.
Well, I'm using the words Catan and cards. I guess y'all heard.
Yeah.
Dice Tower just reviewed the new Catan card game.
Yeah, they
I'm
both
in.
liked
It
it.
got high ratings,
Yeah.
so they everybody seems to like it. So
yeah. So I did. I yesterday played Catan the dice game, and I kind of forgot how enjoyable it could be. So yeah,
cool. I didn't even know it was a thing.
Yeah.
Now that I see the
buy
pictures,
that.
I've seen it.
You can buy that. They sell it at Walmart and Target.
Yeah, I've seen it like at Target and stuff. I think. Yeah. So I didn't know it was an enjoyable game.
Yeah,
It's
fine.
not too horrible.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
all
what I'm
right,
saying.
not too
It's
horrible.
I wouldn't say it's amazing, but like for something you could literally throw in your pocket.
Yeah.
Because it's 5 dice and a sheet of paper.
Right. Look at the pub shot here.
What's the dice civ builder that we played that's been around for a while?
It's not as portable, but
Yeah.
it is just as awesome. Through the Ages,
For
the dice
Ages
game.
Dice game. That's what it was. Yeah.
That would
That's a good one.
I think
Yes.
for portability, this is the easiest, the most portable of the games out there because it literally is just the 6 or 7 dice and a sheet of paper.
That's probably one of my favorite Civ building dice games.
Yeah, so I can't name more than maybe 5, but yeah, that's a good one. I think that's probably the best.
But it's
one
all
I've
the
played.
little tiny components that makes it a pain in the butt because it's got that wooden plank board and then it's got the wooden pegs, and I always worry about losing
yeah,
those.
yeah.
Whereas this, if we're at the pub, you lose this. Okay, it's $5 to replace.
And honestly, you could literally just laminate the little sheet, so you
Dry erase.
and use dry erase, and then you have like it's really 6 dice. I think it's 6 or 7 dice and a sheet of paper, so it's like super easy. So while it's not a 9 out of 10, it's a 6. Six.
Roll through the ages. That's
Roll
what it
Through
was.
the Ages.
Yeah,
There we
that's
go.
a good one, Rob.
That is a good one. I
I'd
like
say
that
maybe
one.
6.5, 6.5. So it's the portability is what made it so cool. So.
Yeah, that one's got to come out again. Wifey likes that one too.
Yeah, I remember we played that at Miller's Ale House once. I remember while we were waiting for our food, you whipped it out. We played it over just sitting at the table there. Just whipped it out. Yeah. Anyway, but that's a good one. I have not played anything actually the last week. I was going to hit. Carlos went back. You said what about a month for your tablet? So I'm going to go back a couple weeks for some game acquisitions that I've had over the last 3-4 weeks. I think I've acquired more games in the first 3 months of this year
I think
than I
you've
did all of
acquired
last
more
year.
games than Carlos and I combined. For this
I don't
year.
know. That's a big statement, but I just the most recent ones, some big ones that jumped out here. Arkham Horror, the new LCG, the season 2 or whatever the reset that they're doing. I picked up the base of that. I have not got to play it yet. I'm waiting for my daughter. She wants to play it with me, so I'm itching to play that one though. I'm a big Arkham Horror LCG fan. And,
I thought I heard him say I'm a big Arkham whore.
I'm a big Arkham Horror LCG fan, so really looking forward to that. I picked up a deluxified version of Ark Nova from Daryl because my kids really wanted to get that, so we need to get that broken out to the table. It's got all the expansions. He's got all the 3D printed inserts. He's got metal coins, everything. Everything's upgraded. Everything's nice. SETI, I did pick up a copy of the base game of SETI finally with the expansion. They're both in shrink still on my table, but I got those picked up. Let's see, I scroll back a little further here. Cozy Stickerville, actually. Me and the family have played the first 2 sessions. This is a completely cooperative, cozy, chill game, and you're working all together. It's basically... It's 10 years long. I guess they are years because each year you have a deck of 12 cards. You shuffle up the 12 cards and you're going to flip them over. And actually, starting with the first person, you each take turns, but you've going around the table. First person flips a card, and you have a morning phase and an afternoon phase. Morning phase, there's going to be some text on the card. You read the text. It might just automatically give you something. It may give you a decision, an A or B choice that you get to make. You can all talk about the decisions, but whoever's turn it was, whoever got to flip the card is the final say in what you do. But you're doing things that are stickering this board. You got a big book of stickers, and you're building.
It's a shared board, right?
It's a shared board.
Okay.
Everybody's working together. It's completely cooperative. And then in the afternoon phase, most of the cards tuck under the edge of the board, and they give you things that you can do. There's little hourglass symbols. Some of them have 1, some of them have 2, and they're just different things that you can do. Most of them, if they have 2 or 3, once you do one of them, you're going to discard the card, and it's going to be out of the game. So that's for the variability because there is a replay factor. You can flip the board over and play the whole thing one more time with the same components. So you get basically 2 playthroughs in the one base game of it. But it's just completely chill. You're just you start out just a farmer out in the countryside, and we already can tell 2 months in. This is not a spoiler, I would hope, but the game is going to push you kind of more to either keeping things pristine, keeping the land clean, and building farms and planting trees and crops and that kind of stuff. Or you can go industrial. There's people who come into town and offer you money for your stuff, and they want to build things, and they want to have certain tracts of land.
And so that's where you can play it twice. You can play it one way. Interesting.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a little story, and it's completely chill. Completely. My wife did not want to play this. She's not a gamer. She's does not like confrontation at all. And I had to talk her into playing the first time, and she was like, "I told her it's just completely chill. It's cooperative. Yeah, but you're going to force me to make decisions I don't want to make, and you're going to push us in a direction I don't want to go." I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna you run the game. That's fine. Just in 2 games into it, she was asking when the next one is. So this is finally one that she's kind of liking. So there's no confrontation. There's no the 5 of us. There's 5 in the family. We're all playing through it. So my 13-year-old is the youngest in the group, and it goes my 20-year-old, my 22-year-old, and then me and my wife. And we're all enjoying it. My 22-year-old son, who really was against it because he doesn't like cooperative and he didn't want to work with.
He doesn't play well with others.
Yeah, exactly. He's very competitive. He's admitted that he likes it, so that's about as far as we're going to get with him on a game like this. So he doesn't hate it. So
he's one of these like he was here last episode. He's one of these grouchy teenagers.
Yeah,
even if he's happy, he doesn't want to show it.
Yeah, again. So he's like, yeah, it's okay.
The fact that you got a compliment out of him on it,
I'll keep playing.
Says a lot.
Yeah, I'll keep playing it.
That right there is the compliment.
You're playing with 5. It really 2, 3, 4, 5 probably all work as well.
Right, like I say, it plays through 10 years, and each year is each card that you flip, even though there's no order to them, because you shuffle the deck, each one of the decks, because it's 10 separate decks of 12 cards. You shuffle them before you start, but theoretically it's like January, February, March as you flip the cards. So you're playing through the 12 cards, which is the 12 months of the year. And so if you play with 2 people, each person gets to be kind of the lead decision makers.
If you play 3, everyone gets 3 or 4.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
let's say we're having a phone issue. Somebody tried to call in, but it did not ring on our line.
This might be one that I get to see if my wife and kid would get into it.
Yeah, it's completely chill. Or if we decide we're not going to play it a second time, I'll certainly loan it out if somebody wants to play it and use the other side of the board. But so far, we're enjoying it. It's like I say, it's real cool.
So you get 12 plays times 2, potentially 24 plays. How long is each play? About an hour, 2 hours?
It says 30 to 60 minutes. The first one was about 30 minutes,
Okay.
and then the second one 40, 45.
Okay, nice.
So
That's perfect because
All right, let's see if this call's working. Beansanddice podcast. State your name. Where are you calling from? Nope. Hang on. Is this working?
hang in there.
How about now?
Can you hear us?
Caller, can you hear us now?
Yes.
I can hear.
There we go.
There we go. Beansanddice podcast. State your name. Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is John, and I live in Ohio.
John from
Hey, John.
Ohio. Welcome to the show. We are a podcast about board games call-in show. Welcome to the show. What's going on?
Thank you. Hey, I try to catch you guys on Thursdays when I can.
Excellent.
I enjoy the banter you guys have to say, and we chatted a little bit. I'm hoping to be able to see you guys at Dice Tower East.
That's
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
Okay, I
Yeah,
remember
we've
that.
talked before.
That
Yep.
was a couple months back.
Bluefish.
Yeah, I got it gifted to me by my wife, which I was super surprised about
Sweet.
because she's not a gamer at all.
Well, she knows what you like.
Yeah, I just got in on Arabian Nights. I guess there's going to be a game of Arabian Nights going over there. And I've been super interested in these story-driven games
That's a good one.
since I played. Well, I played Vantage like once, and I was like really into it.
Nice.
So haven't been able to play it again. I'm at Buddy Zone, and they're always shuffling through games on game night. But seemed very interesting to me.
So Arabian Nights, did you find that through the cardboard event site that they have set up?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, there was only a couple. There's only a couple things out there, like you said.
There'll be
You know,
more
you
as we
made
get
mention
closer.
that there's
Yeah.
not a lot.
It'll ramp up big time about a month before the con. People will get on there and start posting all kinds of stuff.
You know, can people host also, like just individual?
Yep.
Member, attendees.
Yep. Anybody can post on there.
Host games. Okay.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm doing that at a local con where I'm gonna host Clink and Space.
Nice. That's a good one. That's probably my favorite Clink, I think.
Yeah, I own Catacombs too. I played it once with other people guiding me through. I just can't wrap my head around it. Like I just have to do like Carlos does and sit and read the rule book a little more.
It matters. It makes a difference.
Yeah, or watch some videos. But
There you go.
There you go.
Right answer.
And this is John
watch them.
Bluefish Fly that we see on YouTube. Is that the
Yes.
same handle?
That's me. Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm gonna Jot you caller number 1. You're on the board. I also put you on the board for the April game giveaway. So in our first week in May, when we do our top 20, we're gonna do a giveaway of games. So we'll put you in for that too. You can email us at beansanddice@gmail.com. If anybody has questions or thoughts on the show, if you call in, email us at beansanddice@gmail.com. That way I have your because you're going to win. There's not that many callers, John. You're going to get something.
Yeah.
So go ahead and email me now your address so I can get that going.
Cool. No, you guys are persistent. So I hope it grows, or you
That's a way to put it.
out of this what you're doing.
We've been doing it over 6 years now,
Yeah.
and
We're just doing it for fun. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a job. It's just a hobby for us. So I mean, if it was a job, if it was something we were trying to make money on, we'd be out there marketing and making a big push for it.
Yeah, that's what's funny. So in the last couple of weeks, a couple of podcasts that are big, like the bigger podcasts, like Blue Pig, Pink Peg, and I don't know, a couple of big guys, like Board Game Hot Takes, whatever. They're like, this is our 250th episode, and we've been doing it for 4 years. I'm like, pfft.
Yeah.
Slackers.
We've been around a little longer.
But those people push their brand. Like we just do it for fun. So.
a couple of schmucks.
No, and you guys are enjoying yourselves, and
Yeah.
that's what matters. But I enjoy it because my game night's usually Wednesday, and then I'll probably be clicking on my laptop tonight doing some work, and I like just listening along to what you guys got going on.
Nice. We appreciate it.
I tell you, if you haven't played it, you'll enjoy Tales of the Arabian Nights. I played it a couple times. I had played the original copy. A buddy of mine had it, and that's fun. It's chaotic fun, man. It is like you'll be like moving around the board, and all of a sudden you get like morphed into something else, and it's definitely very story driven. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to describe because it's so like there's like a book with like 1,000 entries, and every time you do something, it's going to be a different entry. You read it, and just the things that'll happen to your character are kind of crazy. So,
And I think I've got John down for a game of Deliverance at Dice Tower. Was that the same John, right?
Listen, you got the memory.
Oh, I guess so.
But they call that a steel. Is that like a steel trap?
Steel trap.
Well,
yeah.
you said a game that I like and want to play, so it's like finding other folks that want to play with me. Rob is willing
I'm
to
willing
play it with
I'll
me,
play it.
I'll play.
but it's not a desire to play it
Not
with
high
me.
on my list.
Is the rule book in there? You got the rule book?
Actually, no, I haven't downloaded it. Thank you, Wayne. That's going on my checklist for
Hey,
tonight.
there you go. Download Deliverance.
No, I played that at a con for the first time, and then I was reaching out to the guy. I was like, "Can we play again next year?" And so that's the only place I played it. I toyed with buying it for myself, and I should probably pull the trigger on that. I don't know if they're still even out there, but one of the most memorable things about playing that game is this first player token that almost looks like an oversized gold coin.
Yeah, that thing is
And-
chunky. It's a deadly weapon in 4 states.
Right, and I just wanted I wanted it to be my turn again so I could mess with the coin, because they would pass it around.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen that one. The coin.
Oh, it's a thick boy.
Is it a
It's
big
got to
one?
be
Yeah.
at least 1/3 of an inch, if not a 1/2 inch thick.
Wow.
It's straight up shiny gold. It's like the crab from Moana, shiny.
Oh, yeah.
So are you thinking
Yeah, and
you
it's
have 2
actually
copies?
just
No, I'm looking around specifically because I thought I had an extra set of minis laying around.
Didn't you give those to
Did I?
somebody? Yes, you had me deliver them to somebody.
Okay, so those are already gone?
Maybe Jim. I
All
don't
right.
remember. Yeah, somebody.
Just checking. Just looking for extra stuff to give out. I'm trying to empty, John. I'm trying to make room in here.
hey, when I look at that room, man,
Oh, yeah.
And you don't even
It's
see
like-
it all.
Yeah.
it's like, some people like to show their wealth with a Lamborghini, and others,
Yeah.
I show my wealth in poor financial decisions.
Nerd. Nerd.
There's
I'm
probably
just-
there's a
I'm-
whole bunch below
having
us
fun.
here, and there's some in
I'm
the
having fun.
garage.
Now, how many years of accumulation does that represent?
Okay, so I got Rob into this hobby probably, what'd you say, almost 20 years now?
It's been over 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
16, 17.
And I was playing, I got introduced in middle school by my uncle, and it started with D&D, and then that went into board games from there. It's been a long time. It's funny because I look back at pictures of the old house when we only had like one kid, and I had this small IKEA shelf, and I thought I was so proud having my few games lined up there.
But there's always kind of like a ramp. Like you have this, like your collection is this, and then all of a sudden, it like.
And I don't really sell games. I give away games, but I don't sell games.
Yeah. Although you did pretty well that one flea market last year, man.
Hey, you need the exception to prove the rule.
Yeah, that was a good one. So
and I gave a stack away when Patrick came over to visit.
Yep.
John, you're helping me out by calling in. I'm hoping more people call in so that I can like mail off more games.
Give more stuff away.
Have that reaction like I have to, because and there's some good stuff in there. We're talking like Wingspan America's expansion is going to be in there. The brand new Flamecraft Duels game is going to be in there. Dorfromantic Light Luggage. I've got some solo game from the same company that does the 4 Northwood, the 9 Orchard, the 9-card solitaire game. So a bunch of different options in there.
Yeah. No, it's very kind of you. Very kind of you. I finally got to play Wingspan for the first time, 3 months ago.
Which flavor?
And I enjoyed it. It was just straight up
base
standard,
game. Nice. Okay.
Standard Wingspan. I'd like to play Finspan. Also, maybe I'll do that at a con coming up.
That's a good one.
But I thoroughly enjoyed Wingspan. And the other thing that my friends amused me with is they played Catan with me, like old school Catan.
Yeah.
Because I've played many games by now since I got into gaming in I don't know, I think it was summer of 22 or something like that. But I just hadn't played a proper game of Catan. So a couple Fridays ago, he just said, "Hey, I'm going to get together and get 2 more friends, and the 4 of us can play Catan." And I enjoyed it. So it's been sitting on my shelf for a couple of years. I bought a used copy in Shrink. And that night I came home and I felt like I could finally open it up, and mess with it, because I didn't want to touch it until I knew that I knew how to play it and could mess with it. And I started acquiring games, but then within the last 6 to 9 months, I kind of really slowed down, because what I've learned is if people in my household aren't playing games and I'm only getting together maybe once a week, twice tops on some random weeks, that acquiring games just to have them on my shelf is not as beneficial, because guys I game with, they have probably rooms like yours. So they're bringing the games, teaching the games. And so it doesn't make much sense for me to just have shelves in my house with inventory, so to speak, that goes unplayed.
Yeah. You learned the lesson a lot faster than the rest of us.
Than some other people. And Carlos,
for me, I was that guy. For a long time, I was hosting monthly game days at my house, and we were having 10, 15 people show up for a Saturday all-day game day. So I was kind of like the game library until our buddy Dan opened up a cafe. And at that point, it kind of shifted to the cafe. We all played games there, and then COVID killed everything. And then,
yeah.
I think I don't have as many as Carlos, although I don't know. I don't even know how many you have, Carlos. You don't have.
I don't even know how many I have, because there's also the garage.
I've got 300 or 400 games, and then you add expansions, it's like 600 or 700 total. But 300 or 400 is my thing. I'm at the point now where in a given year, I'm not gonna do like one game, one out, but in a given year, like if I acquire 5 or 6 games in a year, that virtual flea market for Dice Tyrese, I'm going to put like 10 or 12 out. I want to get like kind of basically end the year at a net.
Trim down a little.
Net example, yeah. Because it's a valid point. Like I have games on my shelf that I'm just never going to play. And it's like we tend to play newer games. So if I have Kingdom Builder. I have Kingdom Builder with all the expansions. I'm never going to play it. So I might as well get rid of it.
I just picked that one up. I was enamored with it. I played it once, and I just picked it up from a used bookstore over here in Ohio. I don't know if you guys have half price books where you are.
There's a few of them,
but it's and I picked that up, and I was looking on a used site trying to get the whole big box, but I'm like, who am I kidding? I should just get the standard one, and I'll probably play it, 2 or 3 times in my lifetime, and that's going to be enough, instead of getting the big box and just having more to mess with that I'm never going to get to. But the other part of the hobby I've been this way for a while. I'm kind of like a bargain hunter. And so I have to say probably, close to 60 to 70% of my collection is used games that I've gotten either in shrink, or totally untouched. Like I've got Mage Knight. I ended up getting Catan Starfarer.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like the $110 whatever. I got that like for $40-$50. And just Arkham Horror, the card game, and then Eldritch Horror, which I haven't touched. But just a lot of games that I've heard of are like, a lot of people really enjoy, and reviewers, and seems to be my type of thing, and so I just have to get around to digging into rule books or breaking it out to play it. And then Cosmic Encounter, which I just got to play like 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
With 5 of my buddies. I really enjoy that game, and I know that's like 50 years old at this point.
Yeah, it is.
It's an older one.
It's had a lot of versions of that one.
I enjoyed my one play of it. The only thing is I don't know if it's a game that I can get others on board on, because there is a lot of politicking and like stabby backy
negotiating.
I think I've probably played 10 or 15 times, because we played it a bunch back in the day, 10, 15 years ago, and I used to love it. First 10 games of it, great, and then I had two or three games of it in a fairly successive order where the group wasn't good, and there was that one. Is it past 10 o'clock?
Past 10.
Yeah, it's past 10.
After hours.
That one asshole that just ruins it, right? Because he's a jerk, It's like and like it kind of soured me on the game. I haven't played it in probably 6 or 7 years, because it was like we played. I was just like, this sucked. Like it really like, so it was like, it's a kind of game that if you have a good group, it's a blast. If you get a couple of bad apples, it can really sour the game.
How was your experience with your 5?
Oh, yeah, it was 6 of us total, and it was good. It was guys I played with on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
So some of them had never played it. I'd only played it once, but then, I consumed some videos about learning about it, and I know it's kind of like randomness,
Yeah.
And that's how some of them felt about it. And we played my other buddy's copy, because he had a copy that would play, more players than mine would. But I was at some board game store after that, and I picked up some game, and the game said on the box, Randomosity was this name of this game. It was like hilarious, like something from, 20 years ago. And I sent it to the group, and I said, should this be the name of Cosmic Encounter? Because it can be very random and kind of, I'm searching for the word right now, but it just, the turns and what you can do and reverse this and backstabby, like you said.
Yeah.
But anything with a space theme, I have a hard time staying away from. Like, I ended up buying Planet Unknown, like a $90 game. I got it for like $19. And then I was at Gen Con this past year, and I ended up meeting Adam from Adam's Apples Games. I guess he was at the booth, and I ended up buying some expansion, like the extra maps or whatnot.
Yeah, but that doesn't feel bad. So it feels like, I don't know, there's that TikTok thing that was going around called Girl Math. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Okay.
Where
No.
wifey goes to Target, right? And she saves $40 on her shopping. So she feels like she made $40. So that gives her the permission to go spend $40. because she actually
Sure,
earned
sure.
$40.
Kind of like when you bought
Sure,
two
sure,
copies
sure.
of Dorfromantic.
Well,
'cause
so
Carlos, man.
what I'm trying to like compare that to is John got such a great deal on Planet Unknown. Buying the expansions,
It's like free.
They're free. They're effectively free.
Right.
John?
Right.
No, right?
Right. And I got it from the Gen Con because I walked that hall, man, all day Saturday. I exhausted myself because I only went for Saturday, and by the time I was done, I was just eating like a hamster, just eating granola.
Oh, yeah.
Now you sound like Rob.
Drink of water.
Yeah, that's me.
And by the time I got out of there, I had to have a big meal in Indianapolis before I head home.
Did you sit down on the floor in the for 15 minutes to recover?
That's our end of day at Dragon Con. Rob, we're walking back to the car, and Rob's like, "Can we stop for a moment?" Like, what do you mean? We're walking to the car. It was just give me a moment, and then he literally sat down on the floor in like a pathway, and the next thing I know, he's laying on his back. He's just laying
down
there
for a few minutes.
Just leave me here. Tell my wife I love her.
I'm done.
I'm like, bro, we're on our way to the car. Like, we're almost out of here. How did you walk that much Gen Con and not just lay out?
No, my whole thing was I wanted to like walk all the aisles. And then I got into painting a little bit at the Warhammer booth. I did a couple of their little samples where they do paint and take.
Paint and takes.
Yeah,
Those are
cool.
great.
Yeah, it's like a big kind of painting bar they set up in one of the areas there. And then I've done a little bit of it. I bought a little bit of random minis at a local game shop. They have like a little 50-cent bin or whatever. And then come to find out, the stuff I'm painting is from Runebound. Some of the warriors and whatnot.
Was it the Runebound
There's been like
Runebound
4
was-
copies.
Fantasy
of it.
Flight
Yeah,
games?
yeah.
Was it the
Yeah, I think
32 millimeter version of the game? So like the Warhammer size models?
Must be, yeah.
I had a few copies of that game. I gave away to a buddy of mine. Those are some great models to paint. They had the worm with the worm rider on top, and that was a great system.
I ended up with the some of the armored army guys with the swords on the horses and whatnot.
The cavalry, yep.
Yeah, and then I ended up getting some of the skeletons just recently. So it's just kind of a fun thing to do. You just
I don't know if you're on Discord, but if you are, we have a chat. What do you call them in
Channel?
the channel? I'm old. We have a channel in the Discord for painting.
Like upgrades. And
Upgrades and bling. Folks, we should post up pictures of their minis in there. If you ever have the courage to post up a picture that you painted, love to share it.
I do. Yeah, actually, I think, it's just funny how you don't do something and then you do it, and it's like, oh, I'm a little artistic. Like, look at that,
I mean, it's a little autistic, not artistic.
right.
That's me.
I need to get back to painting. I was doing really good there painting the Stuff Fables guys for a couple months, and then I got away from it. But I was enjoying it. I just need to get back to it.
Well, that whole rack of Blood Bowl minis there, I was about to prime them, but then we hit the cold snap in winter. So I'm trying to get back into my painting too. I got my painting kit set up. Painting's it's fun when it's done, but the process for me is so painful because I'm so judgmental on myself, and that's the thing that I wish I could do better. Is just to throw paint on the model and walk away and call it good enough.
I think part of my problem is you look online and you see people like Dan, our friend Dan from that are in the Board Game Cafe. His painting, his minis. I mean, he gets charged. Like he'll charge.
Oh, I've paid Dan commission to paint my Blood Bowl models.
Gorgeous.
Yes,
and I'm like, I could never do that. And
dude, my rat team for Blood Bowl is amazing. He did my rat team for Blood Bowl. It's just
he painted Booty's
Wonderland's War.
Wonderland's War.
Holy cow, that was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see what yours are looking like, John. At what level?
No, yeah. I mean, I've learned some of the slap chop techniques, where you spray it black and then you get like a light gray and you get that fat makeup brush,
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of do some slap chop work to it, and then you
It's
come
like a
in with
giant
the
dry
color.
brush, effectively.
Exactly.
Yep.
Dry brushing. Yeah. I learned that a little
I
bit.
love that they call it the slap chop because all I can think of is that TV salesman, the ShamWow guy when he's slapping the slap chopper.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
But that's a great starting technique right there because that's going to show you where your highlights go. And then when you throw your base paints on there, if they're thinned down enough, you'll get the darkness of the crevices still already in there. I started doing like the speed paints. So for Christmas,
yes.
wifey bought me the speed paints from Army Painter. They just come out with a new set. So that's what I'm going to do my Blood Bowl team. I'll post it up there when I get a chance to get these guys
Do
done.
you ever get a couple of those pens or no?
I did buy some pens. I bought the metallic pens and the black pens. Because Army Painter now does pens as well, John. So like the metallics and the blacks.
Yeah. No, I did pick up some speed paints from one of the brands, but it's been a little while. Had to make it through the winter and whatever else was going on. But creating like that, crafting or whatever, and tends to be very therapeutic, where it's just you're focused in on something. Maybe it quiets the noise of everything else around you, and you could, then you end up producing something at the end, and it's got that, your creativity comes out.
Now, the part that I enjoyed the most out of all that is when you get to take it to the game shop. I love playing games that there's a community around. So, for example, Blood Bowl. I played a lot of War Machine back in the day, which is the competitor to Games Workshop's 40K. Even X-Wing, I would repaint my own models. I had like what I call my Skittle Squadron. I took all my B-Wings and painted them all different Skittle colors. So I had a whole squadron of... But just like after you're done painting a set and then you go up to the shop and play against other people and you can kind of compare each other's paints and kind of enjoy that camaraderie of that hobby together. Have you gotten to do any of that? Anything where your shared experience?
Not in that way. I don't know, the whole wargaming tabletop, like, what do they call it? Terrain and that kind of.
Yep.
It just seems like a different language to me.
Okay.
I'm kind of in the board game lane. I'm happy there right now. Every now and then I look over at like D&D or Starfinder, and I'm just like, oh, maybe I should try that. But maybe that's what Arabian Nights will scratch an itch about, more story-driven game like that. But no, I haven't. I'll bring my minis sometimes to my board gaming guys and say, hey, look at this. Oh, and I've gotten to see my one friend's Blood Rage, like amazing paint job. We played Blood Rage for the first time, I don't know, 6-9 months ago. And I was just enamored with the minis that he painted. And similarly, something of Rome. What's the one with the building?
Foundations.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Sundrop buildings he had, and then he painted some of them. I was just like, this is gorgeous. It's like you're manipulating artwork, with some of the games. And that's really cool.
All right, now I know because I got some extra paint stuff. So when we do our end of April raffle, I've throw some swag in there and some extra paint stuff for you.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I kind of enjoy it all, but I was digging recently, and then I'll let you go. Paladins of the West Kingdom.
Mm-hmm. Good one.
Like I played that game, and sitting there at the table with the guys, I'm like, hey, listen, I am lost. I have no idea what we're doing here. But by the end of it, I'm like, I got to play that game again.
It's good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Really good.
It's so interesting. And worker placements or trying Lords of Waterdeep, I've heard, is kind of another unique
that's a great
worker
one.
placement game.
One of my all-time
I
favorites.
would like to try.
I think it's in
Yeah,
some of
so-
our,
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Too many games, not enough time. But and I've been spamming on Sea Salt and Paper
Oh, that's a good
a
one.
lot. Also,
That one's fun.
just a quick little short game that's kind of thinky, and so hey, appreciate what you guys do.
Thank you,
Thanks
John.
for taking my call. I look forward to seeing you guys at Dice Tower East.
Nice. When do you get in? Are you flying in Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm actually getting in on the last day of June.
Okay. Oh, so you're coming in a couple
So
of
I
days.
got a sweet. Yeah, I got a sweet flight. So I think it starts on the 1st.
Starts the Wednesday. But
they are always doing stuff on Tuesday.
There'll be people there.
Yeah.
There'll be people there from the weekend on. Like there are people who check in like the Friday before.
If you're staying at the Carib, there'll be people
There'll be
gaming in the
people-
lobby.
There'll be people again at night. There'll be like so that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday night. There'll be people gaming in the lobby, and then the official con starts Wednesday through Sunday.
See, I usually stay
like
through
1 o'clock.
Monday, so I come in like regular, but then I stay that Saturday night and the Sunday night so that I can do gaming all day Sunday.
Yeah.
Because folks will stick around after while they're packing up, and there'll be more games played in the lobby. The lobby has tables, and they even leave the game room open for us while they're packing. They don't even kick us out of the game room.
Yeah, and then people move from the game room into the lobby of the hotel. Yeah, and I think I'll probably get up Tuesday night.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, hey, I might be quiet and I can fish a little bit.
Yeah.
Tuesday, but maybe that won't be possible if there's people playing games.
Oh, hey, there's a lot of good fishing out in that Orlando area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you get off property, you're not going to be.
You
able
can
to fish
find
at
some
the-
nice big bass lakes out there.
Yeah. Well, they said something about the Carib will give you gear and you can fish there on their property.
Yeah,
They
they've
do
got
have a
some
fishing pond, yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
I've seen some folks catch some stuff
Have you?
out of
Okay.
there.
Yeah,
Alright,
I have too.
Cool.
Yep. Mhm.
I'll have to post up some
I just
pictures.
recently learned there's a place called Gamers Ranch in Missouri.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it is. Have you heard of this place?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can rent it, I guess.
And it's
yeah.
like you can rent it out. They've got a fishing lake. They've got ATVs.
They got 18-hole frisbee golf course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, man, that'd be something to do with a group of guys just for like a couple days,
That should be like a beans and dice trip.
I think Chuck has done that over in Orlando. I think he was telling me about it. Yeah. Mm.
But the last thing I'll say, and I do have to click on my laptop a little bit, is I've never seen a hobby of more kind of like dedicated people. I mean, like you said, you're going to have people gaming before and after, and those people staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning gaming. And
Oh, yeah.
it's just, when I went to Gen Con the first time, I think it was summer of 2023. I was there at like 7 o'clock in the morning, walk into the convention hall, and I'm like, what is going on right now? Why are all these people here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I was blown away to just see so many people that were like obsessed.
Yeah.
But I think part
nerds
of
are
it
like
is
that.
the nerds and geeks, and I'm like, man, I've been one all along, and I just was, mislabeled.
Yeah.
Cool guy. But
Well, if you want to meet Tom from Dice Tower, the best time to meet him is at about 5:30 a.m.
He goes to bed early. He goes to bed like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
But then he gets down there like 5:36 and he's gaming.
Yep.
yeah. I actually got to play a game with Mike DeLisio this
Nice.
past Gen Con.
Yeah, I think you
I
mentioned that
ended up
before.
playing, Kinfire Council, which was kind of like on the spur of the moment
Yeah.
type of thing.
I want to try that one.
But
Yep.
no, it was cool. It was. I heard it compared to Lords of Waterdeep
Right. That's kind of what I've heard.
because
Yeah.
it was worker placement and whatnot. But no, it's been amazing. The community's been really cool to get to know everybody. And hey, thanks for taking my call. I'll
brother.
hit you up with an email. I think you said beansanddice@gmail.com.
BEANSANDDICE@gmail.com. Hit me with that address so that I can get you some swag and some games, because I definitely know I got more games to give away than callers. So what it's going to be yet, I'll throw the raffle down and let you know what it is.
Sounds great. Hey, guys.
Thanks for calling.
Enjoy, and talk to you soon.
Thanks, man.
Night.
All right. Bye-bye.
That was John, second-time caller, if I remember correctly, coming out of Ohio. Phone lines are open, 813-618-7099. In the month of April, if you call in, we will be giving out games to callers that call in, period.
I think Daryl had a comment in there about games not being played That's a good one here. Let's see.
He does this well.
He
Daryl says a game that is never played is denied fun. Let it move on to someone else who will play it.
Yeah. Daryl gives away games a lot.
Daryl gives away games. He sells games at great prices.
Yeah.
I need to just. I'm almost there. I sold a lot of games last year. Last 2 years, I've sold a bunch of games. I probably sold 100 games the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But I should easily sell another 100. Like I should just be like $10, $5, just because it's not worth. Like you hold on to a game like the Kingdom Builder. I have a Kingdom Builder with all the expansions, and I'm like, I want to get like $60, $70 for it because it's the base game and all the expansions. It's not worth it. No one's gonna buy that for $60, $70.
Yeah.
$40 done. Take it all, right? Because it's not gonna get played. Let's move it
The
on.
Johns of the world, they'll scoop it up.
Yeah,
I think he said
okay.
19.
Yeah.
Wayne's like,
I'll do it if it's done. It's like I just move it on.
I bought it several years ago, the base game. I got a good deal on it, and I knew I'd played it once. I liked it, so I bought it, and I played it once or twice. But
like I played it enough, and now it's on BGA. If I really get an itch to play it again, I'll just play it on BGA.
yeah.
shout out to Captain Gamer in the chat. Howdy, guys. Howdy, Captain Gamer.
Hey.
Our twig's done, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That
It
was
a light week. Yeah, like this weekend will be good. We'll get a lot of games in.
We do got a lot of news articles to go through, and so we can hit some of those. That's I'm just gonna copy and paste and see what shows up on these.
Heyo.
And
These are links that.
these are links from Wayne. So
Yeah.
let me double check them.
Hopefully they're safe.
fine.
Safe for work.
They're fine. Although it is after 6 o'clock now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a trap. It's a trap. Wayne's first article up here we have is Asmodee makes Asia expansion push by buying Simon's Japan brand, launching new studio Nekuma.
Yeah.
Japan brand. What do they do?
There were a lot of those small card games.
Yeah, little games.
All those
yeah.
the trick takers and all that other stuff. But it's like Japan is now going to become the it country. Like it was Brazil and it was France and it was Japan is definitely going to be the it country. They got a lot of cool games that are coming over, so I think that'll be cool. And Asmodee, right? Is it Asmodee again?
Yeah.
And I think they just bought another French company for like an insane amount. I want to say they just spent like $250 million or something insane amount for this French company, and it's like not a big company, a big name like that games that we know, but apparently they have like 3 of the highest grossing mass market games in like the French Euro market. And so the thought process is they're going to bring those over here, because they're like their mass market games are a little different than ours, right? They're a little more.
I mean, they're in French to begin with. That's
They're French. No, but they're a little bit not like the Sorries and the Candylands that we sell.
A little more complicated.
There it is. Asmodee to pay up
Yeah, there you
to
go.
250 million euros to buy French party social game publisher ATM Games.
Yeah, it's 250 million euros. So it's like 300 million US. That's a lot.
Yeah.
For not a well-known company in the board game universe, at least for us.
Company standout title is Speedbach.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
No, you're not familiar with Remy Wannerberg?
No.
I don't know if I even got that right.
Probably not.
Jinx.
With
But
friends,
that's
friends
a
like these
hell of a lot
guys.
of money for a company that, like, it's even like, I think Bonacore and on Board Games Inc. because I were like, that's weird that they're paying that much for this one company. Like, they didn't do that much, right? So,
Yeah, I wonder if they're either big over there or they've got something that they want.
yeah.
So
That's
And it says that Asmodee expects them to contribute at least 50 million euros in net sales over 2026, 2027.
yeah. So they're paying 5 times the net revenue.
So it's a long run investment.
Long
here.
run investment, or they have something, some IP or some game,
or some
and-
kind of
yeah,
distribution or something over there.
Yeah,
that they're looking to
Kinda
tap into. Yeah.
Gamma Board Game apologizes for directors big, rude, and disrespectful,
So-
or being rude
yeah.
and disrespectful to members during a heated AGM.
So they had their like vote, right? So like they vote for their board of trustees or their board members every year, and you need a certain number of people present to vote. You need like 10% or whatever. Usually like
To have a
HOAs,
quorum,
kind of
yeah.
quorum, right? And I guess one of the board members was like super rude and going like, the only reason why we got quorum is because we gave out free food to the game.
Oh, really?
Like,
Nice.
And he made it was a couple other like disparaging type comments about the people that showed up to the voting. And so the board was like, his comments have nothing to do with or do not represent the Gamma board. But Gamma's done really a lot more lately. In break and actually I would talk about like I kind of think we should, like I would like to go to Gamma, and we could go to Gamma now and get a content creator badge.
We could?
Yeah.
With our 5 subscribers?
Doesn't matter.
We got John now, so it's
we got
6.
six. Yeah. So you could go to Gamma. Anyone could go to Gamma, but we could go to Gamma and get a content creator badge, and they have like an event. They have events for content creators to meet the publishers and talk to publishers and see games that are coming out and things like that. So
Aren't they changing the name of it? It's not Gamma anymore. Or
it's something like
else,
that. They're adding to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, and they have a board seat for somebody from the content creation universe on the board now. So it's kind of cool. Yeah.
Elf Creep Games back to profit after John Covue-led restructure begins fulfilling overdue Kickstarters.
So that ties back to Santa's Workshop. Merchants of the Dark Road. They had like 3 or 4 Kickstarters, Honey Buzz, that all didn't, and they basically were in the black, or sorry, in the red hard for like, they were lost like 12% and 20% and whatever, and they were basically bankrupt. And now they're back in the black. And so the guy who runs, is it Genius Games? I think it's Genius Games.
Yes.
Yep.
That's in the article, Genius Games.
Genius Games. They basically stepped in and said, we'll help you run the company. We'll help you get back to profitability. And there's, I guess, kind of a quasi-merger. And that guy, John Convey, or whatever his name is, he basically led them back to profitability in less than a year. And,
wow.
And now they fulfilled, and they're going to keep fulfilling all their Kickstarters, and they're selling their games at the convention. So it's kind of a success story of like a company that was going to go bankrupt, and so Merchants of the Dark Road and Honey Buzz and Santa's Workshop and a couple others that basically just would never fulfill, and they would be no more versions of it, at least for years, until the rights got resolved, and they came in and really just said, okay, well, here's what we're going to do. We have this, and they really shows good business acumen from Genius Games and leaders of Genius Games to help this other company get out of the red.
Sounds like it.
So interesting to me too, because 2025 was such a chaotic year, with the tariffs and everything, and I had wholly expected it to be a rough year for gaming. But then when ICV2 published its review of 2025, that it just made way more money than they expected, and even more money than the last few years.
A lot of smaller games, though, right? You didn't see as many of the huge big buys, although there's still some crazy big. And what we're seeing 2026 is starting off like crazy with Slay the Spire and the Cyberpunk. Did you see the Cyberpunk trading card game Kickstarter?
No.
I think it said like 27 million.
That's a card game. Card games on Kickstarter just like
it's also
print
like
money.
It's Cyberpunk too, so it's like massive. It's up there. So
Beans and Dice Podcast. State your name. Where are you calling from?
Good evening, guys.
Talking games.
Awesome. Yeah, I actually saw something recently that I think I had previously seen on crowdfunding, but I was reminded of it recently. Lord of the Rings: The Confrontation, the reprint. Have you guys seen that?
yes, is that the crazy one with the?
Is that the one with the table?
With the table.
It had, that was one of the options, I think, for the campaign, the crazy option.
Oh, yeah.
But they actually had just a normal box option that's just a standard reprint.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that they did until today, and I saw it on Game Nerds, so it was there available there.
I didn't realize it was just a basic.
Yeah, they
reprint.
had. You could do the basic reprint or that crazy kick.
The $3,500
something
table
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not played this
it
one
looks-
yet. This is the one that has that Stratego style, like can't see what's on my pieces
Yes.
while I'm trying to get Frodo to Mordor.
Yep.
Have you played it before, Chris?
No, I haven't, but I know it's like Stratego with all the extra options and a lot of card options and powers and special abilities. But what's cool about this particular reprint is they have reverse sides of each card, or certain cards, like you can play with the Witch King, where if he gets to the Shire, the Fort Mordor wins. And that's like a variant. And they have all these little variants you can throw in, which I think is really cool. They didn't have that in the base game. So they've thrown in some more wrinkles, some more content to this reprint.
Nice.
I wonder if they've posted up the reprint images yet. I'd like to see that. I am a fan of the
there's a video I
Stratego.
put in the Discord. I did put a video from the Dice Tower on it. I didn't see Mark Street did a video about 8 months ago, and he has all the content in there if you want to see it on video.
Okay, cool. Thank you, because I am a fan of the Stratego mechanism. Like, I find that enjoyable. There's a lot of block war games. Columbia Games is one of the publishers that does this for the most part. Sekigahara is another game. I think we've got a video of us playing it on the channel. Another block war game where you can't see exactly what my pieces are. You just know that they're there, and you have to come fight me to figure out what they are. I love that that deception that it allows for.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. It looks like a great game. I'm excited about it, and the price is reasonable for just the standard version. But the components look nice. The little pieces the cards slide in are good quality. So it looks really good.
And anything Lord of the Rings, like, I don't know, that IP to me is just.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about King's Gambit.
Are you?
I am.
Sounds cool.
Player.
Yeah.
It may be 2 or 4 player, but
It's 2 player.
really a 2 player.
Yeah.
But I am looking to see what Restoration does with it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be another huge Kickstarter, though.
Oh, you got to stop talking to me, Chris. I'm taking everything I got not to pull up.
Yeah.
You said Game Nerds? Is that what you said, Game Nerds?
Or you should go buy the
Game
the
Nerds.
table.
Yeah,
It's
you can go to
20
Game Nerds.
Only $3,000. You can buy the table.
Yeah, wife, you'll just see like a random table show up.
Oh man.
You know,
No,
like
you can't buy that version. That I think was crowdfunding only. But you can buy the standard retail version. That's what I want to get. It's just the standard retail version. It looks great.
my buddy's got that
And it's
Monopoly
affordable.
table at his home.
I have the old Franklin Mint Monopoly
Yes.
with all the
It just kind of sits there. Like nobody ever plays it, but it's there.
it's in a box in my closet. Actually, the gold-plated hotels are probably worth more than the game itself.
I'm gonna have to watch how this plays. I'm now very curious. Oh, why do you do this to me? Back to you, Chris.
I'm sorry, but it's a good 2-player game, and I've never played the base game, but this looks fun.
It
And has
does.
Lord of the Rings characters, and you can mix and match. Like you can throw in Galadriel and swap out for another character. So it's a lot of replayability in this second edition.
All right, what else you got going on there? What's your twig?
My twig. Let's see. What have I played this week? I need to pull up my app real quick. Let's see what I've actually played. I haven't played a whole lot this week. Yeah, my son has my phone. He's looking stuff up my phone, so I can't pull it up there.
That's all right.
I think BGA mainly. Let me see over the weekend. Did we play anything over the weekend? I don't think so. It's been pretty quiet because we had. Oh yeah, it's not true. I have one twig. We played 3 games of Sushi Go, the anniversary edition, on Sunday after Easter, lunch. My family, we actually played a 6-player game of it, 3 games of back-to-back. And then I changed up the desserts in the anniversary edition. They have different dessert options, just like the party edition. And so I changed up the desserts every game.
Yeah, I was going to ask
That was fun.
which varieties you're liking. Is any one better than the others, or?
I like the boba tea the best because there's no negative points. It's just you just get positive points from it, and I find that people like that better overall. But then the other one with the squishy strawberry dessert that they have is fun because you pass it around.
Oh yeah, yep.
That one's fun, and you get 2 points every time you're in the lead, basically, and you just don't want to have the least.
Yeah.
And in a higher player count game, that's usually pretty easy to avoid as long as you take 1 or 2 of those cards. Usually good.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
I've
those
got
are
it.
good. Then there's.
I was just saying I've got it, but I haven't played it yet. So I bought it. It's still in its pretty box, the little bento box up on my shelf. So I gotta pull it out and play it.
Yeah, try the bubble tea or the boba tea one because it's unique. It's not like any other ones I've played with before. It's just like set collection.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to do the sets in a run. So you get like the 1, 2, 3, then you get a set of 3, 3, 4, 5, set of 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get a full set, then you get the most points. And so it's fun to kind of compete for those because you're like, oh man, they got the 2 that I wanted, so I broke my set. And they're like, So it's fun. It's a fun competitive version, but there's no negative points at the end. So it's kind of nice. So that's the only thing I played recently, other than the game I got going with Rob and Wayne of Century Spice Road Gollum Edition.
Oh yeah.
Playing a game of that on BGA. Mm-hmm.
Yep, I've got 2 games of that right now. That one, and then I got one with my 2 kids playing Gollum Edition also.
I haven't played it in a while, so I'm I'm
sweet.
trying to remember. I'm like, oh crap, I'm supposed to do this. That. That's good.
That's good. You keep doing that.
We're heading to Disney for the weekend, staying out there with my son and his girlfriend, and they're asking us what games to bring. And you just mentioned that one. I'm like, that is a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good one. Now I just got to find it.
Good luck.
Yeah. We'll find it.
I'll find it.
What else you got going on, Chris?
I'm just not too much else. I'll talk about maybe a couple things with Carlos here. Carlos backed the Mountain Goats Legacy.
I forgot about
that. Did you get a chance to see that update, Carlos, with the translucent dice?
And 2 copies of the travel version.
Because you need 2 copies somehow.
Because you can lose the travel version while you're traveling, so you have a copy at home in case you lose the travel version. No, I did not see an update. What am I missing?
So they have a video, just a little clip of the translucent dice. So it's a resin dice in the collector's version, the nice version or whatever, the deluxe that we got. And they're all translucent. And so they have like a light shining through the die, all the dice, and they're turning them. Looks really cool. It's one of the updates they sent out recently.
This was Kickstarter or GameFound? Kickstarter.
I think it was GameFound. I can't remember if it was. I think it was GameFound.
I gotta figure out
on Kickstarter. It looks like. Yeah.
I gotta figure out which email I gave
I think it is Kickstarter.
Scroll up and go to
Mountain
to
Goats Legacy.
Go down a little bit.
Yeah.
Right in the string in
That
there. Middle string of tabs. You'll see updates.
Updates. Let me share my screen here for the folks at home.
Yeah, show those dice off.
Let's take a peek here. And I got to make sure they have my email. I had forgotten I did this. Hello, big. Oh, look at these pretty dice. They got kind of like a frosting to them.
Let's look at the Chessex. The Chessex dice have those frosted, colored ones like that. That was good.
And look at that. The 6 is a goat. Oh, that's a 1. The 1 is the goat.
See, why wouldn't a 6? I always
but in Mountain Goats, any extra 1s you can roll into any other number.
If you have more than one.
If you have more than 1, you got to keep one of the 1s. But I love that mechanism.
You love that mechanism?
In Mountain Goats.
Okay.
Because it feels okay to roll low. It's okay.
As long as you do it in multiples.
Consecutively.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of
simultaneously. You guys weren't they didn't hit you at all, the Mountain Goats Legacy?
Ew, I'm not a big fan of Mountain Goats to start with.
I liked Mountain Goats.
It was okay.
I'm in a game of BGA with it right now.
Yeah.
I am too, I think. I'm in no game of everything.
I was
now.
close
So it
to
says
backing.
nothing.
I got 54 games or something going right now. So
79.
79. There you go.
2 Mountain Goats, Twilight Imperium 4th Edition. That's the only 2 games I'm playing right now.
To end.
Yeah. It's getting close. We're all.
Is it?
I don't know. We're tacking. I think we should just take out Nick and then he'll just
But then we got to find points. So
he'll flip
I don't
the
know.
table.
Yeah.
once we eliminate him, then we can vote to.
We can
finish
split
the
up points. Yeah.
I was close to backing the Mountain Goats Legacy. I just didn't. I was like, it's just not going to get played.
I think with this version, if you roll a certain number on the die, there's a special ability you can trigger, and then every game you can change that ability out.
Right.
So there's more replayability, and then there's also some in-game conditions that you can go for. There's just more ways to score points with this version.
Carlos, are you looking for Mountain Goats?
Yeah.
It's above you.
Oh, thank you.
It's below war.
Looking down, you should be looking up. Yeah. Too many shelves.
Yeah, danger zone.
He's like, I got to bring that to Disney this weekend.
Yep. It's thoughts I'm having. I got to do it while I'm thinking about it. Otherwise, I'll forget about it. That's how my brain works.
You said there was another one, Chris?
Yeah, so there's that one, and then let's see. I'm looking around. I'm still waiting on my Champions of Midgard 10th Anniversary Edition. I'm excited for that one. It's going to be good with all the deluxe components, all the expansion content.
Oh, yeah.
I think that comes out in August, if I'm not mistaken, right around August.
Is it August?
Timeline from Gray Fox Games.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one I'm looking forward to. And then one, shout out to Rob. You mentioned this a few weeks ago, King of Tokyo Godzilla.
Oh man, but it sounds so expensive. I've been
Oh
hearing
yeah.
it's going to be like almost
it is
$90,
a little-
Is it
right?
really? Jesus.
Right.
I was able to get it reasonably on a pre-order through. I need to double check. Is it T? It's out of Austin, Texas. There's a place that actually sells it pretty reasonably. It was maybe $60 or 50, between 55 and 60.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, so maybe I'm thinking MSRP.
Yeah, let me look it up while I have you on the phone, and I'll tell you the website so you can go check it out if you're interested. But yeah, I just love it. I mean, I like the artwork.
Yeah.
I like how it's got the power up built into it. Basically, it's got all the kind of expansion content already in it. I love the Godzilla theme, obviously, and then the art, just the whole presentation. I think the graphic design, the art, everything looks great.
Yeah, it looked really nice.
All right, let's see. That's that one, and then see if there's any other ones I wanted to shout out. Oh yeah, I mentioned this last time. Did you guys get a chance to look at the Garfield Games Kickstarter for those 2 new games? I think Rob got to see.
I watched the
a
videos.
video on
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
What are your impressions?
I'm not familiar with these settings, and for me, like the history has to draw me in first. Either it's got to be a really cool fictional setting, or it's got to be something about it. I don't know. The towers is it's a place. Sifnos, I guess it's a place.
Mm-hmm.
So, first blush, I'm not sure.
Blah, blah, blah,
Well,
blah, blah,
if you
blah.
listen to the video
It's a
from
good
the
game, it's a good
designers,
game,
yeah, they do talk about the setting and what inspired them. So I think if you hear the interview, maybe you'll be a little bit more enticed.
Okay, thank you
or
for that.
intrigued. Yeah. And I think I posted that in the Discord, right? Rob, isn't that what you got to see?
Yeah, I think
With
so.
the interview with the guys?
Yeah. And I like the one that seems like people, at least in our Discord group, weren't liking reminded me of Cyclades a little bit with the islands, the boats that are traveling around, and a lot of people were. I forget what that one was called. The other one, the Sifnos one, seemed like a lot of people were saying that they were more on board with that one. But I don't know. The other one spoke to me a little bit. So I don't know. I thought they both looked good. So yeah.
Yeah, I thought they both looked good as well. Sifno spoke to me a little bit more, but they're just different mechanisms, different games completely. I mean, there's nothing real similar. Obviously, there's some boats in both. That's about it. But the other one's more of a first to reach a goal, right?
Right.
The one that you're talking about.
Yep.
So it's a race, where Sifnos isn't a race. You're just trying to get the most points. You build an engine.
Right.
It's a card engine. Basically, your cards are your resources, and you're using cards to pay for other cards. But I love the interview. They came out recently on their podcast. I'm subscribed to their podcast, and I love the design, the way Shim had this design. It was more tactical. And then he got Sam McDonald in there, and he's like, I need to get more strategy in this game.
Yeah.
It's very tactical, which is good. I don't want to lose that. I want to throw in some more strategy, some more long-term strategy. So then they co-designed it, and then Sam actually was brought into the process very late. It was almost a ready-to-go game that Shim had, and then he just kind of revamped it. So I really like that, and their thought process behind the game and how it evolved. I thought was fascinating.
Yeah, those two guys, they seem to work really well off of each other because they have some different styles there and how they do things, and they're both really bright guys, just with the way they see things and the way they do things, and so just a killer pair with the strategy and the strategy and tactics. That's the other word I was looking for, the tactical side. They obviously, their history speaks for itself. The games they've done together have been super popular. So, but yeah, I liked both of them. What was the Carlos has got it up there? What was the name of the other one, Carlos? Just so we get both of the names.
Great C.
Great C. Okay, yeah, a little forgettable. I guess maybe that's why it doesn't stand out like Towers of Sifnos, but but I thought that was
because
pretty
that
cool.
stood out a lot. Yeah.
Great C. Oh no, Sifnos. I mean, it's a thing at least. Great C. I mean, come on, that's Great C. Whatever. But I guess some people weren't liking the Great C because it seemed a little more cutthroat, a little more race into stuff, stabbing each other. But I kind of like that. So yeah, I don't know.
Why are they going to Kickstarter?
Oh wow, I don't know, to create buzz for marketing. Yeah,
They sell their game. Their games sell regardless, right? It's like Queen.
They
like
do.
I kind of like over some of these companies with the Kickstarter stuff. Unless there's like a deluxe version. If it's just kind of like a retail version, then I don't know. But maybe.
Yeah, and I like the powering up the dice. Carl's got the video playing here, so it's reminding me, being able to take actions to power up your dice, and then or using your actions to actually do the actions at the different powers of whatever they're set to. So yeah, I mean it talked to me.
Hey, Chris, we got another caller dialing in. I want to take this call.
Oh,
Yep.
I appreciate you,
please
brother.
do. Yeah. All right. Appreciate you guys.
See
Good
ya.
night.
Thanks for calling, Chris.
Beans and Dice Podcast. State your name. Where you calling from? Oh, we tried.
You were
Was not
too
fast
late.
enough.
Yep.
Caller, are you there?
Try one more time. Call us back. We're still here for a very short time.
The
longer,
line is open.
but we're still here. Another 10 minutes.
That was cool. We almost had a chance to set another call.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris, we hung up on you and didn't actually get a call. But Chris is down for more games, so he's on the list. Callers in April are going to be put on the list for more games to be sent to them from Beans and Dice.
I just thought of a twig.
Oh yeah.
Manatee Sanctuary.
Oh yeah. We played that after
After a
about
pandemic,
a week and a half ago. Yeah, after our pandemic. What did you think?
It was fun.
Yeah,
It was an enjoyable game.
pretty light.
Yeah, light game, but it was definitely a filler. Daryl taught it to us. Carlos, you'd probably like it too because it's cool. It's I split, you choose.
Uh-huh.
So you get is it 5 cards, and you can make 2 and a 3,
Yes, 5 cards. Yep.
and you pass those over. And then of those, once you get the cards back, you're either going to have 4, 5, or 6, depending on which one you get back.
I kept getting 4.
Yep. And you either lay the card out to build the sanctuary that you can put the manatees in. The cards are two-sided. On one side, they're like domino cards, right? So on one side is like the
Okay, so the top and bottom.
yeah, sanctuary pieces, and then on the bottom is the various manatees, or how you score manatees, or multipliers of manatees, and you have to lay them out in certain order. They have to connect things. And then as you build the sanctuary out and you're playing the manatees then score based on how many you have and what color they are and things like that. So it's kind of cool fast little...
It's a little pattern building.
Yeah.
You're building patterns of these
flowers.
The sanctuaries for the manatees to go onto. So you got to give them areas to go to, and then you pull them out of a bag, and different ones score different points. Certain ones need to be fed more food, so you have to collect food to be able to feed them, to be able to keep them in your little sanctuary. So
it was a neat little game.
Yeah.
It was neat. It was definitely... It was the cute factor really
it was
hit.
cute. Yeah.
Yeah. Manatee Sanctuary.
It's also the mascot for all my kids' elementary school years.
Oh, there you go.
manatee.
So
yeah.
when I saw it, I was peeking at the artwork, but there's so many games coming out.
There
Like
is,
it's got to be a
so-
decent game
Yeah.
and a theme that hits.
Yeah.
Rob was talking about, theme doesn't matter as long as it's a good game, but there are dozens of good games coming out every single day.
That's what makes it rise to the
Yeah.
top.
Be
Yeah.
a really good game.
The I split you choose mechanism was cool.
That was different for a game like that.
Yeah.
A little pattern building game. I've
yeah,
never
and
seen
then
that.
and then you use the cards to build your patterns.
Isn't that kind of what? No, I wasn't thinking Azul. The Azul doesn't do that, but
no.
It was a pizza company, the
yes.
Near Slice or
Your
whatever.
Pizza Slice, yeah.
that was fun.
And then there's a few others. There's a great split, of course.
which
yeah.
is great.
I have yet to play that one too.
Awesome.
Yeah, you should play that. It's good in bigger groups, I think. I like playing that with 5, 6, 7 people.
And at end of Dice Tower, like 2 years ago, we had like
a max player
max
game.
player
It
count,
was
which
like
is
7
either
or 8
7 or 8,
or
yeah.
something like that.
What are
yeah.
you splitting here?
the cards.
Is it the cards that you use to the cards have two choices on them. You can either use them for pattern building to build your sanctuary to put your manatees in, or the other
The cards in the upper corner there. And you can that's you when you're building your sanctuary there. But the other side of the cards you can then use to
have actions.
which is on the left there.
It's either pull manatees or feed your manatee or collect food from your completed flowers that you've made on your little patterns. And so you've got to kind of balance. You don't want to just build a whole bunch of sanctuary and then not have any manatees in it, because the manatees are way to get you the points. But then you got to build.
It's almost like a vegetable or a point salad,
Yeah,
where
a little bit.
the cards you can get a bunch of salad cards, but you're not going to get points, so you need to get point cards.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you connect the flowers in the sanctuary, there'll be numbers, and that number is how many worth of manatee
Points
can be
worth of
there.
manatee,
Some
yeah.
manatees take up 1 space, some take up 2, so you have to kind of balance that out.
Yeah.
It was fun. I enjoyed it. I know Daryl likes it. He enjoyed teaching. His enthusiasm for the game with the manatee, little meeples.
It's a quick teach. You teach it in 5 to 10 minutes. You play the whole game takes 20 minutes.
Yeah.
20,
I also
30 minutes.
don't own a I Split You Choose game yet. I don't have
Okay.
that mechanism in my library.
There you go. That's one to have in there. My favorite of that, I think, probably still Great Split, just because that's purely just I Split You Choose. But it's good.
Yep, it was fun. Looks like we got a comment. What's the comment?
Oh, Mitch was in here. Let's get into Mitch.
Oh, hey, Mitchell.
Um,
He's over in Greece still, I think, isn't he? Or is he back?
I think he's still in Greece.
let's see. Daryl says in for Sifnos, and the other doesn't have a solo. And he says, and tons of manatee meeples.
Oh, yeah.
That's what matters.
Whole bag of manatee meeples.
Yep,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
My wife taught there at Lake Magdalene. The manatee is their mascot, so
Oh, yeah?
we got manatee stuff all over the house. So this might go on the list. Let's see here.
Let's see what Mitch had to say about stuff.
Mitch says, can't call in because T-Mobile will charge me because I'm not stateside at the moment.
there we
I'm
go.
on a layover in Turkey.
Oh.
But I saw the notification of the show and was ongoing and wanted to pop in. Thank you, Mitch.
He's on his way back.
Says, because I'm basically playing Istanbul in real life.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
game, Istanbul.
Don't make fun of the dad jokes.
Yeah.
That's why you get Wi-Fi calling and you hop on the internet and then you can call.
Oh, learn from the man here. Sorry, my phone is freaking out. Was trying to say, don't make fun of me. I'm exhausted.
I bet he's been going hard. He's been posting. I don't know if you're not on Facebook, but been posting tons of pictures of them. And then his kids. What is this? His son asked yesterday.
Can we sleep in?
Can we sleep in until 8? He was like 8. Mitch told me before they left. He's like, we are not going to sit around. We are going from sun up to sundown. We are going to see as much of Greece as we can in the 7 days that we're there.
Yeah, honestly, like when I go to certain places, it's like that. Like when we went to England and Japan, it was like, all right, we're gonna have pretty long days because there's so much to see, and you don't know if you're ever gonna get to go back.
Yeah,
so might as well crank it out.
Yeah.
We got Musar thanking us for the show. Thank you, Musar. Appreciate you.
Yeah, keeping it international. Much appreciated.
I got to get with Mitch though. I'm heading out to Greece in about a month, so I told him we're gonna have to compare notes. So we're not gonna do sun up to sundown though. My daughter has already made it clear. She's like, we're gonna have a few days, but we're just gonna do nothing. We're just gonna relax. I was like, all right, whatever. So yeah,
too much to see, man.
Yeah,
there's no relaxing. Y'all can relax. I'm out. I'm gonna go.
I want to go, but she's not having it. So we'll see.
Last 4 minutes.
Be like. You're 20, 22. I am significally older than that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to... You might be able to get back to Greece.
You got life.
You can get back to Greece at some point in life. I'm not.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at this point in my life, my chances of getting back to certain places, like...
Yeah.
I'm only going to go to London. I might go to London for soccer or something like that. But, like, I'm probably not going to go back to Japan. Yeah. Because there's so many... Like, if I have a choice of going back to Japan or going to Ireland or going to Germany or going to, like...
Experiencing something new.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I tell you, I added a new one to my list because we went on the cruise with our friends, and they're from Brazil, and we were talking about like we want to go on a German river cruise, and they're like, oh, you got to do a cruise to the Amazon.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, oh what?
Listen, I've seen Anaconda. I know how this goes. Okay.
No, they showed pictures of the cruise line. Like it's good sized ship, and it's like right through the Amazon, and it's like the adventures you can take.
That feels hot.
No,
like I'm starting to sweat just thinking about it.
If you do it in our summer, it's their winter. It's actually like cold.
Oh, okay.
It's called the Amazon.
All right.
Yeah, it can.
Go watch Anaconda.
Go watch Anaconda.
Have you seen the new one?
The Piranha movie. Keep going, right? No, but it looked gorgeous. Anyways, that's on the list too. River cruise to the Amazon.
Speaking of the Amazon and Anaconda, the OGG, because we are in the last few minutes here. I have watched the season finale of High Potential. With Wifey. High Potential was that show that we're in our second season now. I didn't think it was going to last more than a season because my wife's got this thing is when she finds a show that she really enjoys and has fun with, for some reason it gets canceled. So I was like, okay, this show's not going to last. It's funny, it's good, but it's actually got a good fan base and it's lasting. This is the show where the female lead is a woman with ADHD and just has random knowledge and very observant. Oh, and she starts the first episode. She's like a maid cleaning up in a place
police or something.
Okay,
then she ends up helping she's cleaning the LAPD detective building. She's in there cleaning, and she sees the board with like the murderer and some of the clues, and she kind of starts moving stuff around and putting stuff together. And then when the detectives come back the next morning, they're like, who did this? And then they figure it out, and that's when they find out she's pretty good at her job, so they kind of hire her as a consultant. We're now in season 2 of it. Okay. And it's fun because every episode has like random facts of things that she knows. And I kind of, I'm engendered to it because like I have that problem. Like I learned something new about one thing, so then I go down a rabbit hole, like getting deep learning about that process or project or historical fact, whatever. Anyway.
No,
good show.
It happens to me too. Like I watched a YouTube video on the end of the Bronze Age, and I'm like,
now I want to watch every video on the end of the Bronze Age.
Oh, yeah.
I went down a whole rabbit hole on that, and the iron and the Hittites and
Rob? No? Okay. But the second season ended, and it was a very good episode, a very good way to end it. Wifey was wholly upset the moment, because it had that end of season kind of cliffhangery ending. And it's ending, and we're just thinking we're just watching another episode, right? And she's watching like this kind of.
You didn't realize it was ending.
No, she's like, this feels cliffhangery. This doesn't feel right. This better not be the last episode of the season.
Yeah, but I hope that they renew it.
She pulled it up online, and it was the last episode of the season. We're like, no.
But
is it coming back? Or do you know? Or
I don't have the facts on it. I'll let wifey let me know later. I'm sure she'll tell me.
I always hate that too. Like you can't cancel. Like they cancel shows so quickly now. Like they need to not either not do cliffhangers or immediately allow them to film like one more episode just to like
resolve
stuff because it just pisses people off.
Right.
It makes me not
Firefly.
It makes me not want to watch a show until it has 3 or 4 seasons because I don't want to watch one season. It ends on a cliffhanger and then I never get to.
Kind of like that with books. Yeah. Like I want to make sure you get a few in the hopper.
Especially they all die before they finish writing the damn books.
Exactly. So I can recommend it. The first 2 seasons were good. There was and this happens a lot with cop shows where
you get the cliche.
The jump the shark thing, right? Yeah. Like they're normal cops, but you know what? Now they got called into this special case, and next thing you know, they're doing some international work. Come on, right? It has a little bit of that, but it didn't go too far into that. It still kind of kept it grounded as a cop show in L.A. Mm-hmm. So recommend it. High potential.
Nice. I am continuing to love The Pit.
Watched a few more episodes.
Dude, I was at church, and one of the kids
was talking about it.
While we were doing the fishing program.
You're like, okay.
His dad is he does heart surgery. He's like a heart. He's not a heart surgeon, but I think he's an assistant with the heart surgeries. So he came home late that night, couldn't be there for the fishing thing. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds pretty rough. He goes, yeah, I was watching The Pit, and there was this episode where they cracked the guy open. And I'm like, dude, how? What are you watching?
One of the kids on one of the dads on my kid's team, he was an ER nurse in New York City, and before going into like surgical nurse, and now he does like stuff. So he was like, I would talk to him about it. I'm like, so what do you think? He's like, yeah, it's pretty close, man.
That's what Samus said. Yeah. She was an ER nurse.
Yeah, ER nurse. So what episode are you up to now?
Probably 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're still fairly early, but yeah.
Like did you have the college kid that came in after he took
the drugs? The girl, and we've seen that, and well, I guess we won't spoil stuff, but yeah.
There's another like a couple of kid ones that just kill you. You just it's heartbreaking. Like, and it's even like so the kid. I mean, it's not a spoiler, but during the season, a kid takes like no dose, right? Because he's studying for his college exams, and it turns out the no dose was laced with fentanyl.
That's so relevant, though. That's so that. I'm glad they're putting that out there.
Yeah, it's very
kids need to know
stuff.
this stuff.
And, there's just like it just
especially the middle schoolers who are watching it.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Like every episode is just so heartbreaking because it's 1 hour and you get this quick hit of someone's life and you're just like, God, it's like, but it's so
it moves quick. There's lots of little stories.
I like the idea of how y'all describe it with the time frame because it just reminds me of like 24. You remember 24?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
it's like that. You get this 1 hour like dose.
Their 15-hour shift and it's each hour is an hour of their shift and it just gets crazier and crazier because it's like a weekend or whatever. There's like a big festival going to happen in the city that weekend, and then like the second season is 4th of July weekend. So
yeah. Where is this at? What city?
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
The Pit.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
New season of Invincible started up.
I haven't watched any of those yet.
It's a cartoon not for children.
It is on VidAngel.
So it's about
and
a
my
2-second
son.
episode.
Well, you don't cut out the words; it just silences the
gore,
words.
though, right? Or
Well,
you don't-
it's cartoon gore.
that's pretty gory.
It is.
It's messed up. Like like the first. If
Them
you've never
battles,
watched it,
them fights.
yeah. If you've never seen it, just watch the first episode
Yes.
Okay.
because it is one of the best.
Tom Bassel
episodes.
says that first episode hooked him.
Oh my
yeah,
god!
I
'cause,
plan
like,
to watch it sometime.
Oh my god! Because the first, like, it's the last 10 minutes of the first episode. Like, you're watching the first episode, and you're like, "This is pretty good. This is a good little, cartoon." Oh my god! Just like
Hooks you in.
Oh yeah! Like, that last 10
You're like
minutes. is
you're kind of sitting there feeling like you're watching X-Men from the 90s.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Oh, this is cool
This is cool.
cartoon.
And it's
And
just
what
like-
happened to his face?
yeah, like holy cow. And then obviously the last season, The Boys just started. Which
I need to catch up on that. I think I've watched.
I've watched all The Boys and all of Gen V.
Have I see?
It's another thing that you. It's
Well,
on,
actually,
on VidAngel.
I've seen all the boys. I haven't seen Gen V.
It's
but I've
on
seen all
there.
the
I
boys.
just haven't.
Oh my god!
I haven't got hooked to
a 5-minute
it.
episode, dude. Like it's pretty rough. Like and it's very it's. I mean it's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some episodes. Just thinking about it, they wouldn't even be able to show the video of some
Like
of
there,
those
like
episodes.
you would like you. It just no.
Yeah.
It's gore. A lot of gore.
Oh, well, and yeah,
Gore,
other stuff, and,
nudity.
yeah, sex, and
Like-
all kinds of stuff.
Like you know.
Isn't it a comic book hero
Yeah,
thing?
but
Or
it's like comic.
It's
It's like
very
comic
adult.
books where the superheroes don't give a F.
yeah, they just they know they're better than
They
everybody
don't-
else. They
don't-
do whatever
like,
the hell
I'm
they
gonna
want to
save
do.
these people, but I'll kill 50 people to save that one. I
who's
don't
the
care.
good guy?
There are no good guys.
Not really.
Because even the good guys who are trying to kill the superheroes
Yeah.
are not good guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember the movie Hancock? Where okay,
Yes.
do you remember this? He's
Will
in the
Smith.
we know he's in the prison, and he goes, "I'm going to take your head and shove it up his head."
Yes.
They show you that. In the movie.
yeah.
Hancock was a fun movie.
So imagine Hancock where they show you all
Everything.
everything.
I can think of so many things that would not make it onto Fit Angel
Yeah, my God.
in any capacity.
Like I think VidAngel would cut
Yeah.
out like 70% of an episode.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
There's a
test
lot.
it now.
Yeah.
I will have to test it and report
Well,
back.
test it and let us know because you won't know what you don't know because you won't see a lot of stuff. So
There are just so many scenes in that we're just like, oh god, it's
Yeah.
it's a lot.
yeah, yeah,
So I'm watching it just because I'm hooked on it. I got to finish it because it's the last season. So
yeah.
I finished. What was the Billy Bob Thornton one? Landman was good.
Oh, did
finished.
you?
Yeah, I'm caught up on that, so it's good. And
Never started. I was debating on starting that one.
It's a good one. It's
Yeah.
good.
Mm.
It's not as good as Tulsa King, but it's good.
Yeah, my father-in-law is in love with Tulsa King. He keeps asking me
Tulsa
to.
King's great.
Keeps asking me to watch
Mayor
it.
Kingstown. All of those shows are good. So
Watched a few more of the Jackal. Watched a few more of the
Oh, the
Pit.
Jackal.
So yeah, we're still watching
Yeah.
Day of the Jackal. But yeah, so we're I think about 2/3 of the way through the first
have you
season.
done the boat assassination been done yet?
No,
Okay.
I have seen a preview, so that might be the next episode
Okay, cool.
of him on a boat.
On
so,
a boat. Yeah,
I
that's a
think
good one.
Coming.
That's
Yeah.
cool how he figures that one out. He's like on a boat, like a mile out into the water. So he's like moving and he figures out how to shoot somebody from a mile away from a boat. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm still into the Rookie. We're still watching each episode as it comes out.
one.
What's nice is all my boys are caught up on it, so we get to have family chats around the Rookie. It's kind of coming back to L.A. It got away from that whole international, working for international crime bureaus type stuff, and back to like L.A. crime.
That's Fillion? Is
Yeah,
that,
Nathan Fillion.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't know if we talked about the
Firefly cartoon?
Firefly cartoon that's coming.
Yeah,
That seems
excited
really
for that.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that because it just it was such a great show. Like I really don't think they could bring it back unless they rebooted it or put it in that. There could be another show in that universe,
Yeah.
but because all the actors are so old now,
Yeah,
you really
so
can't do a continuation.
I
But
just saw Alan Tudyk the other day with no makeup or anything on. I was like, whoa.
When he wasn't looking like a robot?
He's looking old. Yeah. Well, when he's not playing a robot, but yeah, he's aging. So
Yeah.
it'd be tough.
But the cartoon, they can voice that.
Yeah, that's- they're all
and,
doing it.
and the good thing about the cartoon is they can set it between the show and the movie,
Mm-hmm.
bringing back Shepherd Book and bringing back obviously Alan Tudyk and
Mm-hmm.
so-
Wifey was showing me the I don't know if it was TikTok, the Gram, whatever shorts it was.
yeah, where he's collecting
with-
everybody.
Yeah, getting the doors open.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah.
And it was everybody.
Jane showed up with his hat
Right.
on.
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, it was good.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. And yet you're telling me the mall.
Yeah, so I was pulling up here to get the official name of Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord, and so it's only 2 episodes long so far. It's on Disney Plus. So as all the Star Wars stuff is, but it's gotten really high ratings. What is it now? It's 8.5 out of 10.
Nice.
That's on one of the things.
I didn't know that came out yet. I gotta watch that.
Yeah, just the first 2 episodes. I'm not sure when the next one's coming out. There are a few voices in there I recognize. The guy from what's that old IT show? The British one.
The IT crowd.
The
IT crowd. The one guy that with the weird voice, the weird hair.
Yeah,
he plays one of the robots on there. And
the black guy.
Yes.
They play the football and they kick the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
He had the board game podcast.
he does one of them.
Game
Oh,
board.
wait, his last name's like Allende or Allende.
Yeah,
or something like that.
exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of vowels in there. So, but yeah, he's in there. As soon as he started talking, I was like, that's who that is.
That's such a good show. I gotta watch that again.
Yeah. So he's here. It is Richard Iode.
Yeah, it's close. There we go.
Pretty close. Yeah, but
He's good.
there's it's
I
pretty
gotta watch
good.
it. It's
So-
on the, I gotta go home and watch it.
Like I say, it's only 2 episodes. It's getting extremely high rankings. The ratings. The first episode we watched, the first episode's 40 minutes. The second episode's only 24 minutes. So I think they're keeping these little short clips of it. It's Darth Maul's kind of backstory, or it's filling in some of his story before he gets killed. But I think kind of filling in between I think he was in the Clone Wars. If I remember, he was in one of the animated ones before. This is animated, and so he was in
the whole mall thing is cool. What
yeah,
they're doing with him.
and it fills in between that and the movie where he gets killed by Obi-Wan. Is it? No, it's not Obi-Wan. It's who kills him? The lightsaber battle.
Obi-Wan.
Was it Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was thinking it was his predecessor, but
Yep.
anyway.
Oh, Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon.
Jack.
Spoilers. Too early.
Oh, yeah, 1998, right?
Daryl I've heard about Taskmaster and I heard it's good, so I need to give that a watch. So.
Taskmaster, yes. Taskmaster UK season 21 just started tonight, says Daryl.
Oh, okay.
I want to get into this Darth Maul show that Rob you're talking about, but I'm kind of tainted with Maul.
Yeah.
Because of X-Wing.
Where did he hurt you?
My X-Wing game, man. X-Wing X-Wing 1.0.
Oh, yeah.
It died because of Darth Maul and Ezra. Because in the Rebels series, Darth Maul kind of befriends Ezra.
Yeah.
But the 2 character cards on a specific shuttle, Ezra's shuttle, the ship from
What
the
was
Rebels.
that called? Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the name of it.
I remember.
All I know is it created this like giant bubble of quadruple tapping, never missing shit.
I can't remember.
Man, I'm mad. That's how mad I am. You heard that, right?
There's a ship, right? We're talking about spaceships.
It ruined ships.
Yeah.
It ruined X-Wing 1.0. It ruined it. Like
Yeah.
that's when it died. And I remember the last game I played in a tournament was against that list, was with Ezra Maul, and I said I'm never playing X-Wing again, and I walked away. So hopefully this show will help bring back Maul in a better light.
Yeah, the first one I was just going to say, the first episode that I did watch was good. It was pretty good. It wasn't all that I've been hearing raving about, so my guess is the second episode probably escalates things. But the first one, maybe they're just building some stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then I was going to say, I did see, I guess we're going to probably wait to talk about it until Wayne gets a chance to see it. But I did
I'm
see
not
Project
going to
Hail
get a chance
Mary.
to see it, so
Yeah,
you
you
guys
don't
can
think
talk
so?
about it if you want.
No.
Yeah, Project.
I guess we are, because my OGG was I'm listening to the audiobook of it now.
Yes. Okay. All right, well, I'll let you jump in there. Then it's your OGG. And, yeah, where do you wanna
Okay.
go with this?
Hail
Yeah.
Mary Project.
Yeah.
The film. I guess we'll go. No spoilers.
Or Project Hail Mary, right?
Project Hail Mary.
Yeah, I would say
yes.
it backwards too. But
Me
yeah.
too. English is not my first language.
Yeah.
My son watched it in IMAX and regular. My oldest boy, I watched it in IMAX, and I'm trying to convince wifey to go watch it with me. I loved it for what it was. And especially now going through the audiobook with my 15-year-old son, we're listening to it on the drive to school in the mornings, and he's really understanding what I meant by it's missing a lot of the narrative and the science behind what we who read the books knew. For example, the first chapter, we're in it for 15, 20 minutes, my son and I, in the audiobook, and that's taken in the first 5 minutes of the film. Like, it's just done.
Okay.
Without any explanation.
Yeah.
There's just like, ta-da, here's where you are, right? Whereas we're finished with the first chapter, and he still doesn't know where he's at.
Right.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
It's that narrative of him trying to figure out what's going on. I've got amnesia. that's the part that reveals itself with a great pace in the book, whereas in the movie it gets revealed like in an instant. It kind of gets to the bromance, which is what I told Rob. What I loved about the movie was the bromance. What the movie got me for was the friendship between the two main characters. You already saw the trailers. There's an alien named Rocky, and there's a human named
The
Grace.
whole enemy mine thing.
Yes, and from the 80s. I remember that movie. I used to love watching that film. You know, two people who befriend each other and rely on each other. And
Louis Gossett Jr. played the enemy, the alien.
Yes.
Yep.
So for me, that the best part was that friendship story, getting to know each other, learning how to communicate, and then becoming two very completely different people becoming friends. All to say, the visuals were stunning.
Yeah.
The fact that they didn't use CGI for everything is just cool.
I love that movies are getting back towards practical effects.
And you can tell, you can feel it, like in the videography of it, you can feel
I've heard
it.
the movie is just super positive, right? And
Yes.
it's a feel good movie.
It is, and that's kind of where I told Carlos before. So I saw it with my family. 4 of the 5 of us went to see it. My daughter's back at school, so 4, me, my 2 sons, and then my wife went to see it, and we all had different expectations going in, and none of us knew exactly what it was about. 3 of us had seen the trailer. None of us had read the book. None of us were familiar with the source material at all. We had no idea kind of what we were getting into, and we all liked it when it was done. Everybody said, yeah, it was good. None of us loved it, and we all had different reasons for not loving it. Some of that had to do with what our own expectations were of what we thought we were going to go in and see. I'll tell you my personal experience. About 2/3, maybe even a little more than 2/3 of the way through the movie, I was thinking, wow, this is one of the best space movies I have ever seen. Probably the last 30 minutes, it's 2.5 hour, 2 hour and 25-minute movie. The last 20, 30 minutes, I don't know, something happened. It started to fall apart for me, and it started to get like, okay,
Wrap it up.
There's been some jokes. No. I didn't feel like I wanted it to wrap up.
Okay.
There were jokes through. I laughed out loud several times. My
Yes,
wife laughed
lots
out
of
loud several
laughing
times.
moments.
I expected it to, I think, get a little more serious at the end and to kind of have a point and to kind of have a real, hey, here's a statement on humanity or something. And it didn't. It just stayed light. They kept telling jokes.
It was the bromance.
Yeah, that's where I lost it.
It was the buddy movie.
Yeah, that's where I lost it. It was too light for me.
So did it have a big happy ending with a good conclusion?
You have no idea.
You have no idea. Oh, really?
Like, we really have no idea.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I would hate that movie.
Like, you get just a hint of it.
I hate that.
They don't resolve what
Because
happens
he
on
doesn't.
Earth or...
He's in space. Okay, spoilers.
Yeah.
He's in space.
Oh, you said no spoilers, but go ahead.
Well, he's in space. We know this.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I got you. Yeah.
He's in space, so it's not like he can call home and be like, "Hey, y'all, how's it going?
Yeah,
how's Earth doing? Everything fine now?" So it's like it doesn't resolve that way. I get it. My sons were like, "Oh, I wish you would have told more about." I actually believe I'm going through the book again.
Is there more than the one book, or is there just one book?
One book.
Ugh.
I actually believe in the movie we got to see more of what happened at home at the end than we did in the book, Rob.
Wow, because that's only about 2 minutes last.
Yes.
Maybe last 5 minutes of the
the
movie.
resolution that you're looking for, I don't even think it's in the book.
Okay, well, I didn't.
I generally, that kind of turns me off.
But it's not like that.
I hate the whole stupid Sopranos fall to black crap.
It wasn't that, though.
I mean, they tell the end of his. Well, not the end of
His
his story,
story.
but they kind of wrap up his
Okay, but does
story.
humanity live?
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't go back to
Then
what
that
happens.
sucks.
Yeah.
Glad I'm not going to see it.
But it was a one-way trip for the guy. It's a
Is
one-way
it a one-way
trip.
trip? He's never coming back?
It's a
We don't wanna
one-way
spoil it.
trip.
We don't want to spoil.
Yeah,
So,
all right, I'm done.
it was planned to be a one-way trip. It was expected to be.
It's
a
like our
one-way
folks that
trip.
are going to Mars. It's a one-way trip. They know this. Once we get SpaceX going to Mars, it's a one-way trip. They know
For
that.
the first group, at least.
Right.
first group. Yeah.
It's be that kind of person. Be the person that you're going and you're never coming back. Of course, there's not going to be resolution for you. You're not going to know what happens to your grandkids.
Not
could have
true, though,
been.
because radio waves carry. You could get a message.
There could have been. Brocky screwed it all up.
What would you?
Yeah, no spoilers. No spoilers.
Rob always blaming it. Rob's always blaming the brown guy.
Exactly.
I love resolution. I can't stand movies that don't resolve. So if the movie does really,
There
end with
is.
kinda-
It's enough.
It's
like it doesn't.
It's very happy.
You don't need it
Hey,
spelled out to
here's
you,
what could've
Wayne.
happened.
You don't need it spelled out
Maybe
to
I
you.
do.
Maybe
I
the childers need it spelled out for them.
Well,
kind of do too.
You,
yeah.
Rob, so let me give you some examples between the differences of the movie and the book. Spoilers, so y'all if you
Scroll
want to
down,
leave,
see
you
if
can
there's any
leave.
comments.
Oh, we got comments?
I don't know.
We got, go to Ireland. It's beautiful.
Hey.
That's John from Ohio.
I'm going to. One of
Good
these
afternoon, good evening, good night. Long day tomorrow, but wanted to say hi. Our buddy Joey from Colorado. Richard Ayode. Yes, thank you. Thanks, Joey. That was me. There is a form of resolution in the book. I just finished the audiobook a few days ago. Thank you, Daryl. It's been over a year since I read the paper copy.
A form of resolution.
Form of resolution.
But just like the movie, there was a form of resolution.
For him personally, but not for all of humanity.
All right. So, Rob, let me give you an example of the difference between the movie and the book.
Okay.
And we'll see what Daryl thinks if he's still listening. So, in the movie, it's that whole spoilers. If you don't want to go, you got 5 seconds. If you don't want to listen to anything about the movie, you got 5 seconds.
Does Wayne
4,
like everything? No? Wayne's
3,
good. All right, Wayne's good.
2,
He can stay.
1. Okay, he's in space. Spoiler. Did you know that? Okay. He wakes up in an amnesia.
You
Doesn't
sure
know what
wasn't-
he's doing,
wasn't all a
right?
dream? No? Okay.
Doesn't know where he's at and what's going on. In the book, it takes so long for him to figure it out because he's first got to regain his consciousness, his ability to think, right? Because he's coming out of a long-term coma. In the book, he falls down while trying to like manipulate a ladder to open a hatch. And he hits hard when he hits the ground. It just doesn't feel right. So he starts like trying to figure out, where am I? Why did that not feel right? He dropped some stuff. Like things are falling, but it doesn't feel right. Like there's just something doesn't feel right about the way things are falling. So he uses a tape measure to create a pendulum, timing said pendulum to understand the intervals between the pendulum, uses math, right? Like whiteboard math to math out the gravity level in the room he's in. Right. So then from there, he then tries to, because he's still thinking he's on Earth. So I must be in like a giant centrifuge. It's the only way to add gravity to Earth. So then he goes into another level of the room and redoes all the math, and then come to find out it's all the same math. So it's not like it's all the same numbers. He's like, for a centrifuge to be of that size where there isn't a difference in the force between the inner room and the outer room, it's going to have to be, and then he does a bunch of math, and then it's like, it's got to be like 4 miles long, and there's no way we're building one of those on Earth. There's something big, so that, like, you go through his process of learning that I'm in space. And it's just
no window he could look out.
No, because the robot wakes him up, and is like, "What is your name?" Right? Okay. What is your name?
And he's got
to figure out his name. He doesn't even know his name.
Atrophied. His muscles are atrophied and everything.
Actually, no. In the book, he's not. He's ripped, and he's like, "I don't understand. How am I so muscular, but I've been in a coma long enough where I've got a beard?" Right? Like. And because the machines were helping keep his muscles
in the movie,
going.
The robot tells him your muscles are atrophied. Don't try to get up.
Right. But in the book, the robot doesn't tell him anything. He has to first get to a place of consciousness where he can hear these things without flipping out. So it's like, what is 2 + 2? What is your name? Like, it's trying to get him to start thinking again, get his brain working again before it starts letting him know, hey, by the way, Earth is dying and we sent you on a one-way trip to save us. Right? Like, that's he, and the whole movie is this whole who did Oppenheimer? What's his name? Nolan. That whole backy-forthy thing.
Okay.
That I love about Nolan. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I'm watching the right now or the past.
Well, have you never watched Memento? Have you watched Memento?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe. No, you told me about
That was
it.
his first movie.
But that's what Nolan does, right? With that whole backy-forthy thing. Yeah. And in the book, it does it so well and they did a great job with it in the movie. Because like a thing would happen and it would just like trigger his memory. And then boom, you'd be in the past. And he gets a little more memory about who he was and what he was doing. And it happens throughout the cadence of that is beautiful. The way they did that to the very end when like the big, I'm not going to spoil it moment of his memory comes in, they just did a banger of a job of just like pacing that. So, Rob, that hopefully gives you an example of what, when you're hearing other people say, I read the book and I feel like I missed so much, we missed a lot in that movie. Like, so much development that occurred, so much science that happened.
And obviously, when they got to move it into a movie, they got to cut stuff, they got to move things along or whatever. So, I mean, I can understand that. But yeah, I mean, and I'm always more towards the sciencey movies. I knew it was a lighter version. You had told me that they cut out a lot of science, or actually, I think it was Sam maybe who told me that they cut out all the science.
Yeah, Sam did not like the movie.
Yeah, she didn't like it. So I liked it for what it was, kind of like what you said. I liked it for a happy, feel-good kind of, story. But I don't know, like I say, literally 2/3 of the way in, I was sitting in my chair thinking, man, Carlos was right. This is one of the best space movies I have ever seen. And then that last 30 minutes, I was like, I'm kind of waiting for the big thing to happen. And it doesn't. It just kind of...
No, because he fell in love with his buddy.
Yeah, wow. Oh, so it left me kind of flat. So, yeah. So I'm waiting for a 2. Yeah, maybe a 2?
No, there is no 2.
They can make a 2.
He doesn't do that. Andy Weir doesn't do the 2 thing. He does a whole nother book.
Oh, if he makes millions, who knows?
Hollywood can do it,
dude.
too.
And the amount of work. Watch some of these videos on the amount of work he does in creating his books. Yeah. I watched an hour-long video on him explaining Rocky's physiology and how he got to it. Like how he said, okay, I want to do a space movie, but I wanted to do it in a place that's like, I want an alien in it. But I want this alien to be like completely different than what we have. So I want him to be on a planet with like maybe a lot of pressure. Well, why does it have a lot of pressure? It has a lot of pressure because of these situations. Okay, so well, what kind of things could live there? So like he's working with scientists to like reverse engineer. Yeah. Like here's a planet I want to work with, right? This is a real planet out there. The one that Rocky's from is a real planet. And I want to use what we know about that to reverse engineer what an alien would be like. And that's where he comes up with his poop hole. Like his poop and eat hole. It's all one hole. Yeah. He's like a combination starfish and crab. Yeah. He lives on a planet with a lot of pressure and a lot of heat. And for that reason, he has to have an exoskeleton like a crab. Yeah. So it explains like how he eats and why it's weird and like all the Rob's not getting into it. Man.
No. And that was the thing my wife didn't like about it. Is she's like, I don't know what I thought I should have expected about this, but she said, I expected it to be a little more grounded in reality. And she said they were really out there. They were really just kind of making stuff up. And she's like, I expected there to be a little more science, a little more, reality to this. And,
but that was the cool part about the book. Like, I had no idea that's where it was going. And it had that moment, that Eddard Stark moment, where you kind of throw the book across the room like, what the heck was that? The moment that the Rocky's hand shows up in the book, I'm like, oh crap, we got aliens. Like I didn't know we were going here. Yeah. I didn't know we were going sci-fi. I thought we were doing like future science stuff.
But yeah, I mean, it could be.
Listen, hey, the Bible doesn't say that there isn't aliens out there. The Bible doesn't say that the God didn't create other places like us there. So we don't know what's out there. We don't. One day I'll meet a Rocky.
Sure.
And I'll ask him to see his poop hole.
100 billion universes with 100 billion stars.
Yeah.
We ain't the only ones.
Yeah, there's going to be something out there.
I don't disagree. Yeah. So there's my spoilery, non-spoilery review of...
Well, I'll see it when it comes to some streaming.
Project Hail Mary. Oh, man, and IMAX is so pretty. There's that scene with that green planet.
I just know I'm not going to get a chance to see it.
Tell me that wasn't like...
The planet that they stop at?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like...
Oh, boy.
Beansanddice podcast. State your name, where you're calling from.
Hello, it's Sean. I call from Northeast New Jersey.
Hello, Jim from Northeast New Jersey. We're the Beansanddice podcast. What's on your mind?
This is Sean. Yes, I agree with the comment about Alien and the Bible, because I think it does not apply to when extraterrestrial come from in the alien sky is in Genesis. It is it does not mention where the alien could be from within the angel. And when you shouted out loud, but I cannot hear when you say the word. I'm talking loud, but I don't say much because I criticize. But all your bullet, they do ricochet, shoot me down, but I get up. I bulletproof, nothing to lose, and then I fire away. Fire away? I ricochet, you take your aim, fire away, and you shoot me down, but I will not fall because I am titanium. You shoot me down, I don't fall because
That's what happens when you leave
titanium.
the phone lines open.
You like
That's our fault
You
for
like
leaving it
that?
open past 11, but this has got to be the latest phone call we've ever taken, sir. This is the latest phone call we've ever.
Guetta?
You have won the record of the latest phone call Beans and Dice has ever taken.
David Guetta?
Yep.
I will
You guys
tell
wanna
you,
be my best friend?
David Getter.
He's a music star.
Hey, I'm just having fun. We're all having fun. You guys
We
having
are,
fun
brother.
tonight?
Yep.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
if you email us your address, we'll mail you a board game. beansanddice@gmail.com. No
That's
joke.
awesome. Hey, I appreciate you guys not getting mad at me, huh?
No, it's all
No,
good.
brother, that was hilarious. We're just having beers and talking crap. So thanks for joining us.
Hey,
Stay
you know what? I'm
clean
having
and not-
fun. I like to call
you know,
in and have
so-
some fun. And you guys are the first people that haven't gotten mad at me or yelled at me. So shout out to you.
Oh man, I got yelled at work way more today than what this was. So I've had way worse phone calls today.
You kept it clean, so it's all good.
Again, appreciate the call. It was great. Seriously, email us and we'll mail you a board game.
Yeah, you guys rock. All right. You have a great night.
Beansanddice@gmail.com, brother. Have a good evening.
Yeah, it's Beans and Dice.
Thanks, man. That was good.
I was wondering you taking a call at 11:30 Eastern. I was like, is he really going to take a call?
Hey, like I say, if you're gonna prank call, just
Yeah, it's clean.
Don't
Yeah.
just don't be racist, sexist, homophobic, whatever. Just make something fun.
Just have fun.
That was
Just have
good.
fun.
Fire away. Fire away.
I'm titanium. I was like, is Rocky titanium? Fire away, fire away.
Folks, sorry about that. We went long. It was a good night. I have a half day tomorrow. That's why I'm not like rushing.
It's a Friday.
It's Friday. I have a half day at
I
work.
gotta get up and go to work.
We're going to Disney tomorrow, so I'm going to log in the morning, knock some stuff out, and head to Disney.
Pretty soon, we go to our summer where I'm off on Fridays. So
There you go. Nice.
Reminders. Okay, Discord. Check us out on the Discord in our whatever format you're watching this is. The link to the Discord is there. Join us in the Discord for more chats like this. Email us at beansanddice@gmail.com. To our friend from New Jersey, I wrote down.
What he said, yeah.
America's Armpit. Email us at beansanddice@gmail.com. We will send you a board game. Thank you for that last call, making it 3 calls this evening. Like, subscribe. If you didn't like tonight's show, just hit the unlike button twice. Hit it twice.
Oh, yeah.
If you really like what we do and you want to support us, you can help us out with some cash to cover the expenses of the streaming software, that the monthly fees for all that. You can do that on PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, or even a super chat on YouTube. You can just do it at Beans and Dice or # Beans and Dice. That's a great way to support us. At this point, I've been one of your hosts, Carlos.
I'm Rob.
and I'm Wayne.
And we've been the Beans and Dice Podcast Thursday Night Live call-in show. Thank y'all so much. Much appreciated. Much love. God bless. We will see you next week.
Thanks for watching the
I
Beans
don't
and
get if you
Dice
hit
podcast.
twice, does it give you a
Don't
double
forget to
down?
like,
No, it
No, I'm
it
sure.
erases the first one.
no,
But I didn't want to tell him that.
I knew that.
So
Night.
Night.